control.
Flight status update entering potentially hostile territory. No threats detected. Radar clear.
멀티플레이 직전이에요.
Control, Zulu 1 is receiving the transfer from Charlie, Oscar, Delta, ETA on full download 60 seconds.
1분도 안 남았어.
Roger,
50초 정도.
transmit data upon delivery. Can you confirm the contents? Intel contains enemy locations, weapons details, target IDs, and new mission parameters. Confirmed. Ready to receive.
딱 트레일러 공개 시작되면 영상만 나오게 한번.
Target location 5 miles out.
30초. 30초.
Target is coming into focus. Transmitting
10초. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Hi, everyone. I'm David Vonderhaar, Studio Design Director at Treyarch. Welcome to the multiplayer reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. On behalf of the teams at Treyarch and Raven and all our development partners across the world, thank you for joining us. Today, we do a little recon across all Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. The world, the missions, the weapons, the characters, and the systems. And you know, we'll make some fun announcements along the way. From here on out, we talk directly to you, the best fans in gaming. Joining me throughout the show is a big cast of characters from across the studio, along with some of your favorite Call of Duty content creators and streamers. One thing you've come to expect from a Black Ops game is that we are never quite satisfied with the status quo. We are always looking for a way to do it better. But some things shouldn't change, and for every multiplayer game we make, one thing hasn't: how we start things off. This is the worldwide debut of the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer trailer.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Big Papa took the war around. Jack knows no force or overside. Any repercussions in your mouth. Bitch cut all the time. Big Papa took the war around. Rule flows, and that's how it goes.
Go, go, go! Time to punch that top guard.
Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
Strike inbound. Evasive maneuver.
Ah, shit.
Soviet convoy disabled.
I'll drive.
Big Papa took the war around. And that's how it goes. Keep pushing! No! Over here!
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
You just saw it. This is an unapologetically Cold War game set in the 80s, but it's still a Black Ops game. And for over a decade, we built our multiplayer experiences atop a core set of guiding principles. They form our pillars, deniable operations that deploy around the world, signature combat tailored to how you play, connected experiences that deliver free, robust, ongoing content, and integrate deeply into the next evolution of Warzone. Today, we're going to explore each of these facets of multiplayer. We're going to show you how this globe-trotting, cinematically connected experience is our most immersive yet. And then, we're going to show it to you in a way we never could before, with a little help from some friends. First up, the bedrock of Black Ops, deniable operations. These are the places in multiplayer you never saw and the things you never did. The missions that stay off the books and the targets and sources who stay off the record. The Cold War we set out to build is realistic. It's plausible. Most importantly, it's inspired by a gritty historical tone that we've woven into every element of our game's world and story and gameplay. Chaotic and always confidential, deniable ops lie at the heart of multiplayer, raising the bar while creating a clear and unique narrative that influences every bit of our world building. For Black Ops Cold War, that world building drove each multiplayer level in two ways. With the signature level design you've come to expect, and by pushing the visual bar and immersing players into a narrative of unfolding events. The fight to recover a downed satellite in the Central African desert, battles that unfold on the neon-soaked streets of Miami's famed South Beach. Deniable ops are the Black Ops stories inspired by history, but forgotten by the history books. We've selected 5 maps to give you a small taste of the range of deniable ops awaiting in multiplayer. Later today, you'll see them played, but here's a few of my teammates to share what they love most from how they were made.
My name is Brittany Beidelman. I'm a level designer.
I'm Kendall Snow, associate level designer.
I'm Brittany Perello, producer.
I'm Mac
마이크를 켜도록 하겠습니다.
In Satellite, a top secret
제대로
American
나오나요?
recon satellite
Has lost power and crashed in the deserts of Angola. Entire DGI forces closing in.
왼손잡이님
now it's a race to
올라가
secure the
감사합니다.
crash site.
What I love about Satellite is the fact that it's just this amazing natural space.
Because larger maps
야,
have more
그전 거보다
components,
더
we can
그래픽이
apply more
화려해졌어.
details into maps like Satellite, which make them feel even more natural. The satellite at the center is like a king of the hill. Anyone who
여러분
wants
다
it
알아들으시는
has to
거죠?
run toward
저만
you
못
because it's raised
알아듣는군요.
higher than the rest of the map.
I'm usually playing one of two ways. All in, full ham, dying again and again. Or in objective modes, I'll flank and get the jump on people. Satellite scratches both of those itches. Even though it's an outdoor space, the map's 2 different regions mean I can play long and short range tactics.
애답입니다, 애답.
I'll be
방금
honest,
애답 나온 것
I
같은데.
am trash with the sniper rifle, but a shotgun, that I can do. I have always been a big
그렇죠.
fan
콜옵은
of
근데 지금 제작사가 새 팀이기 때문에 자주 나올
The
겁니다.
crash satellite is a super fun spot to try and outplay your units. Predict which way they'll circle the debris to run up behind them, or just duck inside the satellite and take
팀별로
your shot.
번갈아가면서 지금 개발하고 있기
This is going to
때문에
be one of those classic Black Ops
금방금방
maps
나오죠.
the world knows and loves for how quickly engagements fire out.
팔로우 감사합니다.
East and West collide on the open seas in a top secret mission.
Inspired by a real-life event, Project Azorian, CIA, JSOC, and Soviet forces converge to recover a sunken prototype nuclear Soviet submarine from the ocean floor.
The calm waters of Armada explode into massive naval
지상전이
conflicts
좀
as
많이
players battle for control of large naval vessels.
With no
지상전 위주로
lanes
공개하는 것
walling
같아요.
you in,
맵이 엄청
players can
넓은데.
engage on ships' decks, in the water, and on vehicles like wake runners and gunboats. Armada is chaos in the best way.
This really cool map that gives this amazing sense of exploration. There are so many little individual areas to find and new ways to surround or flank your enemies and get the upper hand.
A hidden safe house has been discovered right in the heart of the USSR, in the shadow of Moscow's opulent train station. With Spetsnaz dispatched, the area has gone hot.
So the Moscow map is set in the dead heart of a big city. So you're wandering through these streets with cars and there's tall buildings on either side of you.
There's this sense that you've been dropped into a point in history.
그럼 좋긴 하죠.
First thing I do is run right to the center because that's where all lanes cross in the
근데
Moscow
유일하게
map.
지금 오전을
And
계속 유지한다고 했거든요.
it doesn't take long.
시리즈는 계속 나올 것 같은데
The metro station.
오전은 계속 유지할 것
So
같아요.
you can just sit there and wait, but chances are there's going to be people running right into your line of fire right off the bat.
It's a classic 3-lane map where teamwork really makes the dream work.
January 17th, 1980.
마이애미.
This location is heavily influenced by Miami's famous, or perhaps infamous, Ocean Drive. This is a night map, but one unlike players have seen before.
엄청 다양한
You
맵
can
나오는데.
sneak through dark, shadowy alleys, go out onto the beach, out into the ocean.
You can dive in the water and wade along the coast to get the drop on the other side.
Or you can just go right down the street and bask in the neon light.
The first time I played through Miami, I could hear this 80s nightclub music playing through the walls of one of the buildings. Little details make it lifelike and it becomes this joy to
디테일이란 말이
experience.
들렸어요.
Basically, my goal is to never be on the main street in the center because that is sniper heaven. And that is Brittany hell. So I always go and try to flank and get those snipers from the back.
Our art and design teams worked really hard to bring the best possible night experience to the players. You'll see that play out when you sneak in the shadows on the beach or engage enemies in the center strip.
It really makes people feel like they're in Miami in the 80s. It's pretty cool.
야, 저거 꾸준히 나오네. 저거 뭐 부르는 건가 본데.
In Crossroads, NATO has learned a large Soviet missile convoy is on its way to the border.
랭크 같은 건가요? 경쟁? 랭크가 좀 생겨야 돼. 랭크죠.
All hell breaks loose.
Soviet convoy disabled.
It's one of our most cinematic maps with a boots on the ground feel that
그런가요?
feels pulled from the campaign.
뮤비에서
Your
나온
team will
거랑 좀
want to hold down
비슷한가?
and protect its own outpost to guarantee access to
근데
one of
모던
its teams.
오페라랑 조금
But
뭔가
infantry
틀리네요.
combat doesn't
그래픽을
take a
떠나서
backseat in Crossroads,
느낌이.
as natural terrain and foliage masks movements and provides tactical advantages.
There's a bunch of snowmobiles when you first spawn, and it's a mad dash to grab one. And now, running people over with the snowmobile is my favorite thing to do.
Each environment changes the dynamic of how you play and caters to unique loadouts.
제발
Crossroads
랭크 좀
is a
나와라.
bigger map, and that allows you to
뭔가
play
좀
the way you want to play.
목표시 생장.
The beaches of Miami, a frozen over lake, the open ocean. Our visual research department racked up miles visiting them all. Because if you're going to deploy around the globe in this game, that required them to do the same. The mission for our artist is absolute authenticity. Step one in that process is photo scanning thousands of real-world objects, terrains, and materials. Those assets
다른 모드
ensure our
공개하는 건가
upgraded,
보다?
physically based renderer delivers the best-looking Black Ops yet. True 4K, high dynamic range with a true color and tone, ray tracing on systems that support it, photometric lighting courtesy of our Luminaire system, and overhauled contour terrain system. The result is gritty, it's believable, I dare say it's got ambience. Most importantly, it sets the perfect stage for multiplayer combat. On that note, here's Matt with more on the modes and missions ahead.
We've talked a little bit about where
Game
you'll
mode.
play, but let's talk about what you'll
뭐가
play
있는지
when you
봅시다.
get there. In Black Ops Cold War, our classic game modes are returning and they're better than ever. From the tried and true Team Deathmatch,
Team
Domination,
Deathmatch.
and Search and Destroy, to the return of the competitive game mode Control, we've taken a fresh eye to all of your favorites. We're encouraging more meaningful gameplay with larger capture zones and Domination. we're updating spawn systems in Hardpoint. And now we show you where the next hardpoint will spawn so you can regroup, rotate, and set up for the next fight. Across all of our classic modes, we're working hard to make this the most rewarding and competitive multiplayer experience yet. And while your go-to modes are coming back better than ever, let's talk about the innovative new modes you'll be going to next. With that, let me introduce you to my teammate
차세대 이제 그래픽 카드
who's here to tell you about the brand new multiplayer
적용도
experience
앞서가지고
we call
그래픽
VIP
자랑 많이 할
Escort.
거예요, 얘들이.
VIP Escort began with a question. How can we create a game mode inspired by the kind of real-life, totally true, but completely redacted Black Ops that first inspired this franchise? The result is Extraction in its purest form, a new 6-on-6 objective-based game mode we call VIP Escort. In Black Ops, we normally task you with fighting, but VIP Escort turns that on its head with a new mechanic. If you're selected as the VIP, your #1 job is to live. In this team-based op, your team will try to escort you off the map or eliminate the other team trying to stop you. As VIP, you'll skip Create a Class, you're too important after all. Instead, you'll deploy with a kitted out pistol, a smoke grenade, a spy plane for team intel, and a whole lot of hope that your team knows what the hell it's doing. The mission? Stay alive and escape the map. To do so, you'll need to reach one of 2 possible exfil sites, which rotate over the course of the match to keep teams on their toes. There are stakes here. If you die, that ends the round. But team up and you can get your squad back on their feet quickly via last stand and
저
revive.
헬리콥터를 목표인가 본데.
Each team's choices and tactics create layers of strategy and counterplay, injecting the best of Black Ops themes directly into this competition. Will your team pull Cold War mind games and misdirection by splitting up the squad to draw fire and create distractions for the VIP? Or is a full-on assault more their style? Will they travel ahead and scout, run protection detail, or take a bullet for you Secret Service style? My personal keys to victory? I stay close and escort the VIP and defend them at all costs. If the VIP doesn't make it out alive, it won't matter if you do. This new deniable operation only scratches the surface of what it means to play Cold War multiplayer.
Up next, we want to share another new way to play that
그렇죠,
goes above and
한국에서는
beyond
좀
that classic 6v6 experience you've come to expect. Combined Arms is where multiplayer gets
많이
bigger and
하더만
badder,
거의 하죠.
bringing together the best of multiplayer's large-scale battles by combining infantry and vehicular gameplay into a single cohesive combat
이초타님
experience.
반갑습니다.
In Combined Arms Domination, players will deploy into 12 versus 12 battles, each customized
그렇죠.
and
요즘에
unique to its
배틀넷으로
own
이제 공개가
environment.
되니까
But these battles aren't just
사람들이 좀
bigger or more
이제는
chaotic.
알죠.
We've worked hard to ensure the 2 levels of boots on the ground and all-out vehicular warfare complement and enhance one another on each map. Tanks, snowmobiles, wake runners, gunboats, and more. These vehicles amplify the action, sure, but they also create jaw-dropping moments right in the middle of the fight. The way I personally play Combined Arms depends on my mood. If I'm going for the win, it's rally time, and I'm pushing to capture every objective on the map. Whether that means loading up a gunboat on Armada or popping smokes so my team can cross the frozen lake in Crossroads, I'm putting my try-hard pants on and making it happen. And that's the thing, in Combined Arms, almost anything can happen. I'll seek out fun moments that aren't possible in other modes, like ziplining onto the enemy ship and seeing how long I can last before getting taken out. At launch, you can expect even more Combined Arms maps and modes, each tailored and tuned to bring the most fun, frenetic action this format can deliver. Take Armada, our most unique map to date. You saw earlier that the only life preservers on this sea-based map are your tactics, as each capture zone requires a different approach. Will you attack surgically with a 2-seater wake runner, gather your squad and storm the main ship? From ziplines that traverse the map to all new naval tactics, Armada is Combined Arms Domination realized, bringing high stakes, high-speed combat to the high seas. On Crossroads, you'll trade your wetsuit for a snowsuit, fighting for control of Soviet bunkers across the frozen tundra. With high-powered tanks patrolling the frozen lake and surrounding roads, you'll need to choose how to take on those slow movers. So whether you're hopping onto a snowmobile for a quick flank or rolling up your sleeves and sticking on some C4, the story is yours to write in Combined Arms Domination. That's it for Deniable Operations for now. We ziplined, crossed frozen lakes, and dipped into Miami beaches. It's really just the start of the full Deniable Ops experience. Add up the work on your favorite classic game modes to the arrival of new modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination, and it all stacks up to our most ambitious multiplayer yet. One you can play any way you want and in new ways you never expected.
트위치가
If you're
제일
a
많이
Call of Duty
봐주시네.
League fan,
감사합니다.
we have a bunch of new stuff lined up
모든
just for you.
시청자분들 감사합니다.
Stay tuned. This may be a multiplayer game built for everyone, but these will be your deniable operations. And now I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about what we mean when we say signature combat.
Thanks, Matt. Now, a lot has changed for us since the first Black Ops game, from our development pipelines to totally new technologies. But some things haven't changed. And after over a decade of making Black Ops games, we're more inspired than ever to keep honing in on that authentic, classic Black Ops feel, all while taking it to new heights. Now we know that to you, combat is more than just pointing and shooting. It's about how your operator moves and weaves through your surroundings. It's feeling the power of your weapon, how it reacts in your hands. It's the sound of bullets storming past you, the rattle and bang of firing your weapon. In Cold War, we're back to plausible, authentic, boots on the ground combat. That has allowed us to not only refine the feel of the game, but build on all the classic foundations of Black Ops. Heads-up gameplay, automated healing,
그래도 꽤 많은 사람은 많이 보던데.
Keeping your player experience in the front of our minds has also inspired a fresh wave of thinking across our creative class and score streak systems, where we're introducing features that bring unprecedented transparency to your planning and cinematic wow moments to when you're playing. Now, innovating systems while still capturing that signature Black Ops super smooth feel is a notoriously tricky thing to get just right. And we put everything we have into it for each game. This is an absolute team effort. So I brought some of my friends from the combat team to help tell you about our initiatives for this game and how they've resulted in signature combat that feels just right. Here's Max Porter to start us off.
We've taken lessons learned from across Black Ops and the entire Call of Duty franchise to land on a truly best-in-class weapon experience. The gun is almost always right in front of you and must look great. From a gun seams down to its grime, the level of detail in Black Ops Cold War has never been higher. But our weapons also need to move in a realistic manner. You'll feel it in this game, whether you're clocking from long range or firing from the hip. When we think about a gun, we think about the way it looks, the way it's going to move, but a big part of the gun's personality is the sound that it makes. It's like the bark of a dog. We're sort of imagining all these guns as characters.
10월달에 있는 걸로 알고 있습니다.
That level of realism and that sort of immersive quality that is unique to Call of Duty. It's this multifaceted approach to how weapons look, animate, and sound that together defines the feel of Cold War's signature gunfighting experience. Here's Alvin with a debrief on some of the other combat systems waiting for you in Cold War.
플스 열리고 PC 열릴 거예요 아마.
Let's talk about two of the most significant and impactful features of multiplayer: create a class and score streaks. Our goal with create a class and Cold War is to empower you without making trade-offs. This year, better starts with simpler. Create a class will be a slot-based system, no longer governed by allocations or the Pick 10 system. You'll always boast a full class of a primary, secondary, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, and a set of perks. Field upgrades are items placed in the world to give your team an advantage. You can earn them solely based on time, not score, and they are the only type of game content that works on a cooldown that lasts after death. Now, wild cards are back. In this system,
이거 요번에 뭐 원래 있던 거 부활시켰다던데.
That let you do things like load your primary weapon with up to 8 attachments,
이게 블랙옵스에 있는
carry up to 6 perks,
거라던데.
double the number of lethals and tacticals you have, or carry 3 primary perks.
이게 특이한 걸걸요 지금?
Of course,
이게 모던 앞에가 다른
key
걸걸요?
component of create a class is the gunsmith. In Black Ops Cold War, there are more optics and attachments to unlock and configure than ever before. Every primary weapon can be customized with 54 attachments across 8 different nodes or attachment points, with at least 6 options per attach point. By default, you can equip 5 attachments or 8 with the Gunfighter wildcard. For the first time, Gunsmith will show you what equipping an attachment does with positive or negative percentage. You can now build backwards, specking out the perfect gun for results you want to see in the field. This takes the guesswork out of the system and helps us on our never-ending quest to make the most balanced Call of Duty game you've ever played.
부품은 더 많아
One more
보이네요.
thing I need to talk
대화보다.
about. First up, we've updated score streaks so that earned score is kept through death. This change gives all players a chance to engage with score streaks. One of the most
그러네요. 좀
visceral
더 많아
and fun
보이네요.
experiences across multiplayer's signature combat. If you do go on a streak and string together multiple kills before your own death, streak score bonuses help you earn into those higher powered score streak tiers. To prevent score streak spam, each score streak will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out frequency. So, what score streaks are we talking about? Well, your favorites are back, but we've also got a few surprises. Score streaks in Cold War can be used in all the classic ways: to aid in taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience. We've also tailored strategy into the system, as score streaks can often be neutralized with a counter score streak. And now I'll pass it over to Sunny to share more about our operators and how they move in Black Ops Cold War.
오퍼레이터.
Elite, covert, powerful. When you play as a Cold War operator, you won't just step into the boots of a highly trained precision instrument. Every movement will have a purpose. To increase the fidelity and feel of even the smallest elements, modelers, animators, and concept artists all work side by side, planning for every point of contact with every gun, every stance and position, every scenario. Thanks to increased dynamic bone counts, we've been able to enhance the effects of physics and gravity on what you carry, from the weight of your gear, like pouches of grenades, to the way a wallet chain or rope sways as you sprint. Your entire operator will move more naturally than ever. Here's 4 specific ways movement has improved through new cutting-edge techniques in animation and programmatic movement.
그렇죠.
The first is sprint takeoff. This is the feature that gives your operator a running start. You start with a little sprint and then it slows down to normal speed. This lets you feel the momentum of like where you're going and where you're going to end up. We wanted to preserve the fluidity and fun of an operator's ability to slide. In Black Ops Cold War, when you slide, you start and end in a crouch position in a believable way. This allows 2-player movement states to function better as one, all while improving gameplay and enhancing pace. Footstep control also plays a big part of the new movement system. Go faster and you'll make more noise.
저요.
Of course, we still have Ninja as a perk.
Ninja.
But Ninja is no longer the only way to keep quiet. Whether or not you're crouched, how loud you get is now directly tied to how fast you're moving. Lastly, we've incorporated a classic jump with a much more natural height, which will very briefly slow you down on landing. Our goal in all of these movement mechanics is to ensure operators' actions are not just authentic, but intuitive. When you press a button or a key, you should always feel in control of your operator, and this system has been built to translate your decisions into dynamic movement more seamlessly than ever. The era of the game might be the 80s, but the characters you play will move and shoot like the world's most highly skilled operators.
Signature combat. It isn't just how a gun is shot, it's how that gun feels, how it sounds, how it's designed to create a combat experience.
부드러워진 것 같기도 하고.
Combat isn't just about conflict, it's also movement. So the fluid ways in which your operators shift around the AO and carry the gear you outfit them in is just as important as the choices you give them. Choices like the overhauled Create a Class system, or all those attachment possibilities in Gunsmith, or the new ways you can earn and deploy score streaks in the thick of battle.
반갑습니다, 부왕님. 어서 오세요.
These combat initiatives work together to deliver the most intuitive,
맞습니다.
plausible,
오늘
authentic,
멀티플레이어에
boots-on-the-ground
대해서 공개만 하는
experience
겁니다.
possible. And they're at the heart of Black Ops Cold War. Now, on that note, I'd like to introduce
9월에
Miles, who's going to discuss some of the
열리는 걸로
biggest
알고 있어요.
innovations yet.
Thanks, Tony. All right, everyone, let's talk Warzone. You've seen how we're pouring it all into the Cold War multiplayer experience, but let's confirm it right here, right now. Black Ops Cold War will also usher in the next evolution of Call of Duty Warzone, continuing and expanding the blockbuster Battle Royale free-to-play experience. And it'll be a true evolution, with Warzone not merely picking up where the Modern Warfare climax left off narratively, but also interweaving the themes, locations, weapons, and vehicles of Black Ops Cold War right into the action. Cold War and Warzone will also share post-launch content from a narrative standpoint across both the Battle Pass system and item shop content. This interlinks Call of Duty in ways that evolve the Warzone experience while delivering jaw-dropping moments. So yeah, you can expect some surprises along the way. One surprise we're avoiding is the feeling of starting over. It's important to us that you can still use your characters and weapons and progression-related items. which is why investment and progress in Cold War is reflected in Warzone. While these are two very big games, from the beginning they've been built to work together. Your player experience is everything to us. So we're making sure Black Ops Cold War and Warzone share progression. Much of your previously earned Modern Warfare content, from weapons to cosmetics, still available for use in both Warzone and Modern Warfare. We're collaborating with our studio partners across Call of Duty to preserve continuity while building a new chapter of Warzone that will immerse you into all of the best elements of Black Ops Cold War. That's multiple studios totally committed to continuing this new tradition of insanely fun, absurdly accessible Warzone action. We can't wait for you to see how Verdansk and all of Call of Duty will evolve in the year ahead. But that sense of interconnectedness, it extends beyond just Warzone. That's why I'm excited to confirm that Black Ops Cold War will not only support cross-platform play and progression, but will also deliver cross-generation play to the game. That's because Black Ops Cold War is, at its heart, a connected experience. And playing together on whatever platforms you prefer only betters that experience. Cross-play and cross-progression across current and next-generation systems across all modes. That won't be easy, but it's worth it to allow fans who have never had a chance to play together to squad up and deploy, no barriers between them. And with the Battle Pass system delivering a steady stream of post-launch content, Black Ops Cold War will be the very first cross-platform, cross-generation Call of Duty experience, making it the deepest game in franchise history. Vaughn, where do we go next?
Yeah, Miles. On the subject of platforms, we've got a very special guest, Mark from Beanox.
Hey, what's up, Van? On behalf of Beanox, we are extremely excited and proud to bring Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Battle.net as the lead PC developer. PC continues to be a critically important pillar of game development for the Call of Duty franchise. In addition to the major improvements,
첫 공개라서 자막은 없을걸요? 자막 있는 게 있나?
including uncapped frame rates, high refresh rate support, and customized field of view, we're always looking for ways to improve features and customizable settings. One of the biggest improvements this year is that the Black Ops engine now runs on DirectX 12. This has led to a huge improvement in terms of performance and latency reduction. For players who prioritize immersive gameplay, we have a great partnership with NVIDIA to bring ray trace effects, performant accelerating deep learning super sampling or DLSS, and reflex latency optimization technology. We will implement ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion to improve the quality of light shadow and sunlight shadow. This improves surface and contact detail and fixes problems associated with traditional shadow mapping techniques like aliasing, freckling, and disconnected shadows. Also, we will be implementing AI-powered DLSS, so players will be able to increase their frame rate while maintaining the visual quality of the game. For players looking for better responsiveness, we've integrated the Reflex low latency technology to lower system latency. This combines both GPU and game optimization. We're also happy to announce that Reflex will be coming to Call of Duty Warzone in the future. We have so much more to talk about, but right now I would like to hand it back to David Van. Van?
We've declassified a whole lot today, and one thing is clear. Black Ops Cold War is here, and it's ushering in a new chapter of deniable operations that are undeniably Call of Duty at its very best. Realistic, plausible, gritty. You've seen our team-wide commitment to storytelling, infusing the story and spirit of the Cold War narrative into everything we do, even in multiplayer. You've seen our emphasis on authenticity shine through every location, every weapon, every vehicle, every character. Each one telling a story we can't wait for you to uncover and experience. You've seen us challenge ourselves to not only innovate on classic game modes, but introduce a new generation of instant classics. Modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination. You'll see that duo played today, and it's just the start, as we've got massive drops of free content planned post-launch, including new and limited time modes. No matter what type of multiplayer gamer you are, you'll find something for you. tying it all together is that signature combat you love. Grounded and always realistic, you'll move fast and fluid. Feel powerful when you need to be, and customized just the way you want to be. The new creative class and score streak systems give you even more of what you love.
트레일러 형식으로
Infusing more
플레이
control and
모습은 잠깐
cinematic
보여줬어요.
moments with less friction between you and the gameplay than ever before.
시작할 때.
And this is a true connected experience. Warzone and Cold War. The events in one will impact the events in the other, expanding Call of Duty in new ways you've never seen before. And Black Ops Cold War is not only a cross-platform game, but it's also a cross-generation cross-platform game. Now, that should be the end of our show. But this wouldn't be a Black Ops multiplayer reveal without some Black Ops style mind games. We have talked a lot today about what Black Ops is, how it feels, what it does, but for over 10 years, Black Ops is also something else. A game that consistently presses the boundaries about what multiplayer means. Our team relentlessly looks for opportunities to offer new types of multiplayer experiences. In Black Ops Cold War, we're excited to be launching an entire new category of multiplayer gameplay called Fireteam. This new format of multiplayer brings together everything that we loved about making Cold War and everything you'll love about playing Cold War. Across every Fireteam mission and mode, you'll discover some of the most imaginative game loops we have ever designed. The Fireteam format allows us to emphasize teamwork and reward creativity. And it allows you to do things you've never done in Black Ops multiplayer before. You'll fight in squads of 4 called fire teams. You'll deploy into larger maps, play fast, pushing through multiplayer objectives and modes that demand quick thinking. The action won't just affect you, but the environment you battle in. Enter Fireteam Dirty Bomb, one of the most unique game loops we've ever imagined. You and your team must search for uranium. Then, deliver that uranium to Dirty Bombs positioned around the map. Deposit uranium and detonate the bomb. Now, avoid radioactive fallout as you navigate a toxic battlefield. Every decision you make impacts your survival rate and your success rate. We can't wait to tell you even more about Fireteam Dirty Bomb and the other Fireteam modes and maps in the weeks ahead as we get closer to our public beta. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's play Black Ops Cold War.
Yes. 뭐 더 공개한 거 있나? 오케이.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books.
Operate in the shadows.
To keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Big Papa took the war around. Jack no for the other side. Only repercussions in your mouth. Bitch cut all the time. Big Papa took the war around. Real flows, and that's how it goes.
Go, go, go! It's time to punch that top guard.
Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
Let's do this.
Strike inbound. Evasive maneuver.
Ah, shit.
Soviet convoy disabled.
I'll drive.
Big Papa kick the war around. And that's how it goes.
Keep pushing! No! Over here!
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
Welcome to the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War worldwide multiplayer reveal. The Depths and Treyarch just gave us our first look into the details around the next generation of global combat for Cold War multiplayer, so thank you, team.
We are pumped to start showcasing all the different deniable operations and signature combat experiences they've been talking about. This right here is where we step into the awesome chaos of multiplayer, and wow, does what they've got on tap this year look good.
We're going live with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, bringing you action from dozens of top creators and CDL pros from across the planet. From their homes to our studio to you in a way and scale we've never done before.
10월달쯤으로
Each
하고
one of them
있습니다.
is about to deep dive into the game, and we'll be jumping on board with them to get you all the action from their point of view.
Right here is the place where we're giving you the goods. Core 6v6 style Black Ops modes like TDM, Kill Confirmed, and Domination.
And we're about to wreak some havoc in brand new modes like Combined Arms, which just happens to include the vehicle-fueled warfare we gave you a little taste test of earlier. This unprecedented worldwide reveal also means that you're about to get your first good look at the highly competitive VIP Escort mode.
And as a bonus for everyone watching this stream, we'll also talk about how Treyarch is approaching free post-launch content for Black Ops Cold War, as well as how they've
아니요,
optimized multiplayer
오늘은
for
그냥
PlayStation
멀티플레이
5.
공개하는
This
날이에요.
sounds awesome! Are you okay? Are you ready?
Holy shit, yes, I am ready!
Let's do this!
What's up, guys? I'm Nameless, and I'm here to make sure that you guys don't miss any of the crazy moments that we have throughout the day.
플레이하는 거
We have
보여주는가
some of the
보다.
top streamers from around the entire world itching to play Cold War, and we're going to be kicking it off here very shortly. These guys have been streaming. These are your favorite guys playing, different games that we've had over the years, and playing up some of them on the screen right now. We're
저도
going to have
개인적으로
some of the
폭파 미션
guys
이런 거
that I've
좋아하는데.
been loving to play with and watch over the years. Bobby Poff Gaming, Drifter, Cat Conti, Cat Gun, Legion. You know these guys from YouTube, from Twitch, from all over the world. One of my favorites being Nick Merckx, Noah J, Sean J Gaming, and also Marksman. I can't wait to watch these guys drop in on Armada. Symphony, Tim the Tatman, hopefully he can stay on the map, and also Try Max. It's going to be an incredible day. We also have many more, as well as some of our CDL pros. They're going to be all participating today. And now let's take a look at what these guys are going to be starting off with. We have 12 versus 12 Combined Arms Domination on Armada. This is the first map ever to be fully on water. But let's kick things off, and I'm going to throw it to Maven and Merc.
Thank you so much, Nameless. Yes, for the commentary. Myself and Big Merc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just so excited to be here. Obviously, we love revealing these things, and while I cannot wait to jump into the gameplay, the trailers, they just look so darn good.
Yeah, it's like death taxes, and we know we've got a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm excited to get into this and look at all, the new modes, the new vehicles, all the stuff we're going to touch on, whether it's for casual player, competitive player. We're going to go through all the cool features this game has. We've obviously had some eyes on with it, seen some of the players playing it, looked at some of the internal stuff, and it's just really cool, like the passion and excitement. Well, you saw from all the devs, everybody's ready to get this game out there for people to play.
Yeah, just so many new things that we're going to be taking a look at, just so many new
얘들
features.
지금 플레이하고 있어?
Saying this map entirely on water. There's vehicles you can take around the map. You can play on the boats. There's going to be 5 different zones. It's first to 400. And, well, there's just so many different ways to play the map.
All right, so kicking it off with Noah J, the Easter egg man himself. He has been popping off lately. It's awesome to see his success, and obviously a very talented Call of Duty player in his own right. We'll see if he can hit with the sniper. Just taking a look at our good buddy Mud Dog's in there, Jericho. Team, you've got a full laundry list of just popular streamers going off as Noah J hitting shots.
And just right away, you look at this map, you look at this gameplay, and doesn't it just look like Treyarch? The color palette pops out. You have so many different attachments that we're going to be going with. You see the kill feed. You have the traditional Black Ops mini map. Man, I just love Treyarch.
No, yeah, I love the mini map. So the first things we noticed when you
약간 저 블랙옵스 쪽에 타격감 비슷할 것 같긴 한데.
No, as you'll see in pubs more often than not, he's set up in a power position, snipe in hand, just looking to drop numbers. But yeah, I mean, he's been around for so long, comfortable with every dev, every title, as he's experienced everything Call of Duty has to offer. But yeah, it's what Nameless was saying. Just this is like the first map that's completely on water. You already see score streaks coming in. I believe that was a attack chopper in, as he is just dominating the other team, but still a tight race in the score department.
Yeah, I mean, his first clip when he first tweeted out, I was watching this, you guys were introing it, we're going through the devs, and he goes, sniping is back. Noah's so excited. You see the zip line coming through from ship to ship. It just looks so smooth. Chaos in the air. The attack choppers going down, and his team with a slight little lead.
Well, let's see if he can keep it rolling. It's been one heck of a life for him.
이건 약간 지상전처럼 하네요.
You know how much he loves to operate with that sniper in hand. He's got the shotgun for close range. A reminder, this is combined arms domination, 12v12. And we're going to be showing a wide range of stuff today, right? We're going to have some 6v6, 12v12, showing different maps, from your 3-lane maps to your more open kind of sandbox maps as well. There's something for every player in this title, and we'll progress through that over the course of the next 2 hours or so.
블랙옵스 4 재밌게 하신 분들은 재밌게 하시더라고요.
Gameplay that Treyarch have to provide. Obviously, we love working with them, and the gameplay they've come up with throughout their cycles has just been insane.
Yeah, and something to notice today when we're going through domination, something that's a little bit new compared to past Call of Duty titles. It's not just one flag. It's more of an area that you're really going to be
커스터마이징 잠깐 아까 보여줬는데 거의 모던 워페어랑 비슷하긴 한데 좀 더 많아요.
You can play in different areas. You can capture it from different spots. But here as well, sounds like we're hopping on board with swag. We're going to be jumping from lobby to lobby. We got a lot of different creators as they get started.
Yeah, I was going to say, Priesta looks a little bit different right
swag.
now. This is swag. We've been watching him a lot on Warzone. We know what a monster he can be. But over to Jericho, one of my favorite streamers to watch. He gets in some of these big tournaments. He'll play on Warzone in various modes. And Jericho, maybe not the most talented player in the entire world. But you know what? He's handsome. He's one of the most entertaining streamers in the world, and I love him. I love Jericho. That guy's a beast.
He loves to have fun, and that's what's important. He's trying to show off the zip lines a little bit.
그랬네요.
You can hear him talking a little
실제
bit. I mean, they've
플레이
had
그런
some
느낌 못
experiences.
받겠다.
Well, this is Sky's one of the CDL pros. He was an MVP candidate for us, but here you go. You see him taking a boat, trying to capture this A zone, and swimming.
L2,
When was the last time you saw swimming? What, Black Ops?
AK-47.
Right? So you
이제
have
물에 들어갈
these
수 있네.
different features from past titles in this game.
모던 워페어 때는 물이 못 들어갔잖아요. 근데 블랙옵스는 이제 물에 들어가신다.
Yeah, just working the objective for now. As his team, I think, doesn't have a single cap as of now. But remember,
물에서도 총 갈
we're
수
going to be
있고.
hopping through a variety of matchups. Right? There's a lot of players playing this, a lot of different
저도
streamers.
예고해놨습니다.
If you're wondering why the score looks a little bit different, we're just hopping through a ton of different POVs and showing you guys how stuff is breaking down throughout the course of the day. as we go right over to Marksman, and he's in a boat.
뭐 모던 오페어도 약간 배틀필드 그런 모드 있었으니까요. 여기도 있고.
Well, you can hear that minigun go off later. Priesta, that's a nice headshot. Marksman, known for his search and destroy gameplay. He has been playing Call of Duty for so long since, I mean, we've been involved. So great to see him involved today. Yeah, just controlling the air right now with this boat. And well, Swag, he's getting aggressive. He's got the MP5, the classic MP5, and you can just hear Tim yelling.
Yes, Tim, I get it. I'm not a father, but I am also bald, and I know it makes life a little bit more
네, 일반 판이 4만
Tim, there is love out there for bald men like us, and you're an
팀
absolute
18만 원,
beast.
예, 맞습니다.
Yeah, are you surprised to see Swag with an MP5 in hand?
Now, getting
저는 일반 판 샀어요.
Yeah, getting aggressive, right? You watch him play Warzone, he gets busy. Tim, on the other hand, you see the movement coming in. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they're used to Modern Warfare. It's going to take them some time to get used to the movement throughout the maps, and nice shots on his bike.
찐팬이면은 얼티밋 사도 될 것 같습니다.
Clip it and ship it. Well, it's going to be interesting too.
그렇죠.
Like
그냥
they talked a little bit about the
그
score streak stuff.
무기팩 하나랑 시즌 패스 주던데.
Depending if you're getting a lot of kills within that one death, there's a multiplayer to work with. But also, I kind of one thing I kind of like is, we talked about sort of score streak spams in the past when somebody's going off. The fact that there's going to be kind of a cooldown on it, so there won't be that same spam. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how it works in the various pub modes. But we'll take a look at kind of the loadout screen as he's changing. Get into a different one. I think that's courage we're hearing as well. Maybe a little coaching for the squad.
아, 채팅 올라올 때마다 띵동띵동 소리 나게 했어요. 제가 게임하다 보면은 채팅 올라오면은 못 들어가지고 시청자분께서 채팅하시면 바로 보려고 띵동 소리 나게 했어요.
I was actually thinking about that. Like, it's
네,
actually
5배는 10월.
It's actually crazy like how.
네, 애고자들이 먼저 베타
Yeah, now that's like a silly thing to talk about when you think about years and years and years ago, like various games. Like, it's just nutty how far it's come.
They're all above me. If I try to go out any other way, trying to figure out what he wants, but I just love the 74U. It's always been one of my favorite guns, back from COD 4, back from Black Ops 1. I am so excited that it's back here.
야, 물에서도 들어갔다가 쌀 수도 있네.
Headshot taken down Hutch. Hutch. As he just continues to go around this zone, and well, it is the that's not Hutch.
Well, that's karma.
That's karma.
그렇죠. 이 TTK는 짧죠. 아니, 오늘은 멀티플레이어 그냥 공개하는 날이에요. 10월 돼야지 플레이 가능할 겁니다.
He is always switching it up, trying different weapons. Like the guy just loves playing COD.
그런 글이 있나요? 오늘 베타 사전 참여.
I think a little bit of trash talk that was coming from his former teammate and scump, Seth Abner.
오늘 할 수 있다고?
Yeah, I'm not sure who Seth Abner is, but yeah, Seth Abner, absolute beast. Okay. Well, maybe to a different POV.
Wait. Oh, he was watching Scump. Oh. He wasn't even playing. We were watching Scump. Wow. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
제가 알기로도 오늘 그냥 플레이 공개로만 알고 있는데.
And this is a naval. What's going on with his hair, Joe?
I mean, listen, the guy has a boat just
L2, R2 눌러가지고 또 필살기 같은 거 쓸 수 있는데 저거 뭐지?
I don't know. You know, he didn't have the best year for the Seattle Surge, and listen, he's trying to earn some subs.
He goes by
X 버튼 저거 뭐지?
I don't know what that really means, but I love it. Yeah, and this is a guy whose company we've enjoyed a lot this year playing Call of Duty with.
아, 진짜요?
Absolute monster, one of the most talented aimers I've ever had the privilege of playing with. The guy is nutty, and well, you can see how accurate he can be. There's Hutchie Poo. How you doing, sir?
Hutch back in a boat. Back in a boat. Is he just going to get it? Get on the turret as well. Tried to take down the player's zipline across. I don't know, man. Watching the player's zipline, it just looks so smooth. The pace they go
저희 일반
at,
사람들은
looks incredible.
못하겠죠.
This could be a fun mode to. I mean, what's the? As much as we can talk about different
그렇지 않을까요? 제가 생각해도 그런 것 같은데 이렇게 플레이 보여주려고.
Call of Duty is just fun, and this just looks like it's going to be a blast. Because I'm at the most comfortable in the water, Joe.
슬픕니다.
I'm a modern day Aquaman.
그냥 이렇게 플레이 보는 걸로 만족해야죠. 대충 어떻게 나올 것 같다 예상하고.
You don't seem like a big swimmer to me.
Nope. Terrified of sharks.
지금 콘솔이랑 PC랑 이제 크로스 플레이 하고 있죠.
Calling Jaws. I like that.
I'm with that.
지금 콜도 하시는 분들 있나? 다른 스트리머분들?
He got headshotted. I mean, sometimes you get headshotted in Call of Duty, that messes with you. But Nick, we know how into the game Nick is based on where his cam is. Nice shots right there on the Symphony, and if you can see his forehead, he's into it. He's not.
다들 지금 플레이 영상 보고 있는데 여기 콜도 플레이한 사람 없어요.
I guess it would only be hacked.
Yeah, right. Well, over to Legion.
야, 오늘 제가 알기로도 플레이 공개만 한다고. 아직 한국 분 중에서는 지금 플레이 아 진짜요? 누구시지? 콜도에 지금 한국 사람이 있나 보자.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's just. I don't know what that was.
I have no idea.
아니요 괜찮습니다. 이게 비밀이라면 말씀 안 주셔도 돼요.
Live action going down now.
Feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer them the best I can.
He's gonna try to answer some questions with his
chat. Mode called Combined Arms. This is kind
Go
of
ahead,
like
take him through it.
Yeah, no, Joe and I'll just shut up. He's just breaking it down for you guys. This is
fantastic.
Way to explain
I like that. As he takes the zip line.
It's not as big as Ground War.
He's got a shotgun.
그분이라면 받을 수도 있죠.
Yeah, 12v12, not as big as Ground War.
You know what blows my mind about this stuff? Because obviously, well, I'm not very good at it, but like, I can like answer questions with viewers and stuff while I'm playing, but doing like a full like commentary and like answering a lot of questions, like, I can't do it. Like I get people doing it like over their gameplay as like a VOD thing, but that's a skill to just sit there and just still play casually and fry while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean he didn't have game audio up. He was there like
일단은 지금 한국 분 중에서는
Call of Duty, but here's testament one of the
지금 한국 스트리머는 플레이한 사람이 없어요.
Especially in Call of Duty, this guy, I'm sure he's already got some ridiculous clips on his YouTube, on his social media.
개봉님 말씀하시는 스트리머 다 알겠다. 저도 다 좋아하는 스트리머 분들이거든요. 일단은 지금 외국 분들만 플레이하고 계시네.
I do it every day. Over to Sean J Gaming, looking for the angles. Nice little cheeky position there as people are pushing out.
스트리머들 중에서 끊기는 사람들이 있네.
The health bar in effect too. They just
이 사람들은 뭐길래 이렇게 그냥 어디서 좀 주면 안 되니?
Well, getting in the boat didn't go super well. Deputy had bad. That's what I was talking about earlier. Deputy had bad. You got to watch out for Enable because you're about to get had bad.
And listen, for some of these content creators,
받았으면 근데
there are
지금부터
some
플레이 안 하시나?
demons in these lobbies in the Call of Duty Elite Pros that.
자고 일어나서
Listen, it's going to be tough for them to win.
Wait, what is Scump? Look at the kill feed.
He's on he's got a chopper gunner. If we can go to Scump's point of view, I don't know if we could switch, but he's doing some crazy stuff.
I'm pretty sure I just saw like 7 to 8 straight kills
pop up for Scump.
방금 미니 가가지고 폭발하는 거. 블랙옵스의 또 하나의 또 그런 무기죠.
Yeah, no, he has been. He is just keeping it rocking. AK 7-4U in hand. Streaks
그러게요. 저도 주면은 열심히 회사 연차를 내서라도 했을 건데. 저게 10폭하구나. 네. 블랙옵스에만 나오는 거 하더라고요.
It seems like some of our players starting to figure this out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys, like, it's been cool to see them, like, kind of come back to their roots. You know, they'll play other titles at times, but just coming back to their love for Call of Duty. Like, Tim, for example, has just been loving the grind as of late. Courage JD, one of my best pals, and I hate to give him credit, but he's actually pretty nasty at the game as well.
Hutch has just been in the water.
He's exploring.
No, he is. Listen, that's what you're going to see.
Well, he's been playing like Flight Simulator as of late, so that probably feels more natural for him right now, just exploring. But I'll tell you what, if they put like the
일단은 도미네이션 12대 12라고는 소개했거든요. 이게 지상전이라고는 소개는 안 했는데 도미네이션이 지상전인가? 하여튼 이름은 도미네이션 12대 12였어요. 그게 지상전이네. 블루팀이 이기겠네요? 아닌데?
He's retiring. He's back. He's retired. We love you, Doug Sensor Martin.
끝나겠다. 저기 387대 228. 여기 보시죠. 커스터마이징 한다.
I don't think so.
좀 더 보여주지 커스터마이징하는 거.
Okay, so it looks like a lot of people want to see the sniper.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's just one of those maps that it's either like long range fights with a sniper or close range up close and personal with a shotgun or an MP5. But there's the defeat.
Dude, I kept hearing someone go, "Oh my gosh, that's his sub sound." That's what that was. I literally just kept hearing it going over and over and over again. I was like, "What is going on in this stream?"
That makes sense. Well, as he thanks the subs, we wrap up the
뭔가
first
슬라이딩이
map.
너무
Please
짧아
enjoy that
보이는데?
little 70 train. Hope you're
맞죠?
having a great time. But we're going to go through a lot of different maps and modes. That was the first of the 12v12 on Armada.
And then you see some, you know, the
플레이 진짜로 제대로 보고 싶으면 저 스트리머들 방송 가보면 되겠다.
Again, you had EKIA and Black Ops 4. It looks like that's making that return, and you can sort of see your past history throughout that. So that's awesome to see.
8월 30일 날
Very clean, but they'll get ready, locked and
그때
loaded
봤어야
to get
되는데
into
저는 못
the next
봤어요.
game as we continue
난
on
뭐
through the
했지?
Cold War multiplayer reveal. We hope you like to look at the first map, but again, this is going to be a wide range. We're going to try and show everything, like more vehicle and sandbox maps, like you just saw there. We'll get to smaller maps as well as we continue on
I
through.
want to
But
check out Miami.
yeah,
That's what I
Miami
wanna
just looked.
see.
It was just easy on the eyes, right?
It looks
Like,
pretty.
It was just pretty. It was absolutely beautiful. But we kind of talked through the gameplay. We saw a lot of different POVs to break down some of the best moments. We're going to toss it over to Nameless.
Thanks, guys. That was an incredible game. That was just a hilarious, fun, and entertaining way to kick off the day. And what I really like about Combined Arms is that it fits everybody's playstyle. There's things for everybody to do. You saw Marksman loving the boat. You saw a lot of people sniping, and then you saw some of our CDL pros like Scump using that AK-74U. I mean, the sniper can be so deadly on this map because there are super long-range fights that you can take from boat to boat. And if you really want to get crazy, you can try to snipe somebody off the zip line. Those guys are moving really, really fast, so it could be very difficult. So as you can see right here, we have Noah J. He's using a sniper and a shotgun, and Sky's one of our CDL pros. He was in the boat early on, and what I find interesting about the boats is you can operate the turret as you're driving it, and then a lot of the time, somebody's just going to throw a grenade or a C4 at you and just blows up right away. Yeah, Marksman was just hanging out with this boat, dude, just driving around. He's the player that just enrages me when I'm playing. But right there, we just saw a boat just fly up into the sky out of nowhere. I think a naval just bumped into it, but we see some M4s. For those of you who love Warzone, the M4 is back, and it's fantastic in this game. You can see them beaming people long range. Moving over to Symphony, this guy has the absolute best shot in the game. Nick Merckx was running that 74U as well. He was just trying to get up
이제
close
그걸
and personal
알아봐야겠네요.
inside of some of the domination
예부자들
points. And he was
특혜가
playing
뭔지
real well early on, trying
그걸
to pick
좀
up those streaks. And
시원하게 공개 좀 해주지. 예부자들 어떻게 하는지.
So you can just hip fire people up close and string together multi kills, as well as the sniper right here. Just fantastic headshots. He had an opportunity for the triple, and he was trying to get the feed, and you can hear him. He raged right there at the very end. And Hutch is one of my favorites, rolling around in that speedboat right here, channeling his inner jet ski, trying to pick up some kills. And you know, the element of swimming is back, and it's also insane because when you're underwater, you can see people crystal clear.
봐야겠네요. 메일도 한번
Legion as well with the
뒤져보고
picking up some kill
혹시나
get one of those final kill cams. Ultimately, his team
키
ended up
왔는지
losing
봐야
the
되나?
game,
베타 키
but
왔는지.
that was just an insane way to start it off. You saw Scump pick up that chopper gunner. He picked up like 8-9 kills. But for now, we got to watch some more gameplay. So take it away, Jess.
Thank you so much, Ant. Yeah, I am so excited to see these VIP escort missions, matches
그렇습니다. 저도
rather.
플레이하고 싶은 마음이
The key
굴뚝
is one
같은데
player on the board is the VIP, and depending on which
얘들이
team
뭔
you're
말하는지
on, you're either
모르니까
trying to rescue the VIP or kill them. So I cannot
잡아볼까?
wait. I believe we're going to be playing on Miami, so that's the map that Merc and Maven, I know you guys were just hyping up. So take it away, guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to see the new mode, but yeah, really to see Miami. It was cool to hear kind of the level designers talk about it, but aesthetically it was just very, very pleasing. I like neon lights. I like colors. It looked gorgeous, Joe. Just like your eyes.
그러니까 원래 정상적인 모든 사람한테 오픈 베타 하는 것도
We did. Wait, what do you mean? We did that last year. We went there for some football event. We went and saw a film together. We had a nice dinner.
I want to do it again. But I don't know, dude. Just the 80s style that they were talking about. As you said, the neon lights. You're going to have the water that are going to play. The way the levels designers talked about it. There's just a lot of different elements to it. It's sort of, you can play very aggressive through the middle of the street. But
6대6이다.
I don't know if we're going to Miami. I think we're actually going to Satellite. It looks to be the next map.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, well, so we'll get to that later, but we'll be
모르겠다,
playing 6v6 kill confirmed on satellite. When you talk about satellite,
6대6 경기네요.
not a lot of buildings to go
No, it's all
through.
terrain. There are no buildings.
Yeah, no buildings. You heard the devs talk about it. It's a big fight around that sort of center satellite.
Yeah, and Kill Confirmed has obviously been a fan favorite. That's always been my go-to for, I don't even know why, like pubs and just leveling up weapons or leveling up my character. I feel like it's always been one of the faster ones to get experience, and it's just always been fun because it's like TDM, but adds that little objective thing. Because for those of us that aren't as talented like me, I like to go around and collect all the tags.
Well, it's like this momentum mode where, like, if you get going, you get the kills, you get the objectives, you can have some big games. But I am excited to see satellite and how this plays. As you said, you can play sort of out with snipers. You can play close quarters.
Well, how different is it from what we just saw? We were just in the
it's very different.
Open water with jet skis and boats. Now we're heading to the desert, so should be quite a bit different. But you're probably going to see people messing with all different types of weapons. And yeah, this is a lot more similar to last year when you talk about stuff like Gunsmith and the attachments that you can put on guns and how you can deck them out. And just the amount of variance that you can have. Like, it seems like fans really liked that last year. They really like. I guess the more you can customize, the better in a lot of people's eyes. That is going to be here and even bigger and better.
Well, it's just a sort of, you have the weapon, and I think in past Call of Duties, you had the weapon, it was basically, it had one play style around it.
플러스가 되는 게 있으면 마이너스가 되는 게 있네.
You can use that weapon, and you can play around it in so many different ways. So it's a combination of, you have the different weapon styles, but you can also switch those weapons up.
It's like my LMG is suddenly an SMG? What did I do?
Yeah, what is this 60-round mag? I have that quick reload? This is awesome.
Yeah, the variance that you can have is nuts. Well, Drifter, if you haven't watched him before, he is the guy to watch talk about weapons. Like, I remember, God, this is all the way back in like AW or something, but he was like telling pro players what to use one weapon versus another because the RPM of the bullets was faster. He really breaks it down on a technical level. So if you ever want to check him out, very cool. But right now we're basically just waiting on one of these differing squads we have to get into game. It looks like they're getting ready to load in now.
That is cool, the way look at that, the way you load into the map.
It almost looks like something from like a major motion.
It looks like
왼쪽 상단에 바로 그 킬색 어떤지 나오는데.
Oh, you have the entrance as well. You come in on the dune buggies and then you go to war.
It's a Mad Max, right?
Yeah, this is so dope.
Let's get right into the mix.
This is not my skill set exactly, so I hope that you're ready for some.
I'm ready, Drifter.
Okay.
That's fine. We've all been there. We like the new Call of Duty comes out, you gotta try everything. You gotta try everything.
그거네 그냥 그거.
We'll see how he can get rolling.
이게 무슨 모드다?
You see the tags everywhere you've got to collect if you're not familiar with the mode, but mostly we're going to kind of enjoy the variance in this map versus what we just saw. Nice little clank from Legion to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and this is what the devs are talking about. You have this sort of left side of the map, it looks like we're teams out right now. We love Tyler T. Pull Chow. We love that guy. He's fighting around the satellite, around these close pass, and then you can go to the other side.
M16 보인다. MP5 보이고.
You see T just trying to find, kind of talking with his stream about guns that he
네,
likes.
뭐 캐주얼하네요. 역시.
Some that have been more powerful for him, stuff he's like to roll with. The Type 63 in hand now.
원래
You heard him say it hits
캐주얼하니까.
hard. Like, it looks like he's like 2 or 3 shotting the players he's pushing.
Yeah, this is a semi-auto gun.
They
So I'm gonna use this gun for probably a couple
semi-auto.
minutes, switch it up. This one's pretty good on this map.
So he's got the semi-auto gun, and now we both expect Teeth to have some big games today.
Give me that.
As he starts to
그렇죠.
snap
이게
on board, and
그
there's a sim
엔진은
with the
비슷할 건데
74U. Again, I
그래픽가
think the
당연히 이제
74U is right away
후속작이니까
going to be people's favorite.
더 좋게 나오겠죠.
Just one of those like all-time favorite guns right there, a blast.
I like this one.
Yeah, I think this map will be just a blast, like fast-paced combat. As we mentioned, it's all terrain, so no buildings, just all finessing around these dunes and blown-up planes you see towards mid-map.
And you can see sort of like the sliding, right? Because players
이분은 뭐 얼굴 전체를 가리고 하시는데.
Very quick as we're on board with Midnight.
앞에
We love
보이시나?
Midnight, one of the best snipers. She has been around for
커스터마이징,
so long, and she is locked into the stream, just trying to figure out what she wants to use, rocking the Pellington right now. But you gotta go through your sensitivities, you gotta get
스트레스로
comfortable.
하시는구나.
Yeah, I guess you can.
That's like the thing I do for like the first hour of a new Call of Duty. It's just going through all the settings, making sure everything's
Especially
set right.
nowadays, you're like, what does this do?
I can change dead zone and zoom sense. And
whoa.
There's no sniper glint. That's another thing.
Yeah, once you could. What was the first title where you could like go to like a fraction of a point? Like instead of like 5.5, 6.6, it's like 6.17.
Yeah.
All right.
그래도 콜업이니까요.
You can definitely fine tune. That just goes back to kind of what we're talking about, like the level of customization. And Hutch is just mind blown currently by the level of talent in this lobby.
Yeah, they used to talk about Ricky, who is Los Angeles Guerrillas coach. So, yeah, but he used to be a pro player. Doesn't miss much.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to. I think, we're low tier street gang out here.
Were other streamers asking him not to use DRC car because he's just blowing them up?
Okay. Yes. Typical gamer.
우리 아시아인들은 왜 못하는 거지?
Yeah, he missed all of his shots, and typical gamer did not. His Legion got fried, and now he is his papa.
Yeah, you have all these content creators in pros, and they want to put up the base games today, right? Like, they want the most eyes on them. They're trying to say, hey, you see what I just did today?
Yeah, so just a reminder, in case you weren't aware, like, you can watch the main broadcast here. We'll be hopping through a lot of the different POVs, and Joe and I will be breaking down a lot of stuff with you from highlights from Nameless as well, but all these guys are individually pushing their POVs as well.
You can't pull your gun out while doing it. You like put your hands down, you know what I'm saying?
So
that was Black Ops 4.
Well, thinking about the drop shot, the slide mechanics, I think they're, I don't want to say controversial is the right word, but the difference in them between devs and titles, like there's a lot of difference there. So you always want the first thing a pro player or top player like Priest is trying to figure out is movement mechanics, which maybe give you an edge. So a little bit different of a drop shot or slide mechanic in this particular title that he's talking through.
Yeah, no, a lot of these guys, they are sort of, it's muscle memory. What have you been doing the past 9 months, right? And Modern Warfare is doing that. So just trying to make some adjustments as we have
총기는 엄청 여러 개인가 보다.
We actually enjoyed pizza and ice cream with Sim
AK-74U 따로 있고 AK-47 따로
It
있고.
was great to meet Sim. He is exactly
really
as we pictured.
What was that ice cream? Like rolled up ice cream or something? It was
Yeah,
so
I had
good.
Reese Puffs on it. It was a peanut butter blast.
그래서 뭔가 좀 후속작으로 넘어가겠죠. 기존 거를 하는 사람은 또 소수만 남을 거고 자연스럽게 이제 자기 다음 작으로 넘어가고 할 것 같은데.
Quite literally, the first time ever.
Crazy of an animation.
근데 오더는 사람들이 꾸준히 많이 할 것 같아요. 이 콜도 잠깐 사람 반짝 많았다가 점점 사람 줄어들겠죠. 근데 오더는 계속 사람 수 꾸준히 유지할 것 같은데.
Different things because a lot of them come from different backgrounds, right? Like some of these are pro players, some are casual players, some are streamers, and just hearing the different things they're focusing on as we get into the game is pretty neat.
스트리머분들도 다 웬만하면 일본 멀티 안 하고 오더 하시니까.
You got the pros who are trying to figure out the mechanics, the weapons that they're going to focus on. Is we're on board with espresso.
저는 당분간 이 오전 안 하고 이거 멀티로
you heard Scrum sort of talk about the slide cancel, the slide movements, pretty similar, but the drop shot not as much.
상대 팀이 또 압도적으로 이기고 있다. 34대 7이네.
As he continues to try and finesse with one of our favorite guns, the MP5.
오른쪽 위에 보시면 알파 게임 플레이라고 되어 있거든요. 이거는 선택된 사람들만 할 수 있어. 알파 게임 플레이라고 한 거 보니까. 상당히 이쪽 보이시죠? 이거 알파 게임 플레이라고 되어 있어요. 이거는 키 받은 사람만 할 수 있네. 이번도 키 받았을 거예요.
Much smaller map than what we saw, but I don't know who that was. That was a nice shot with the 74U.
누구나 다 이게 될 것 같진 않거든요.
I think it was Noisy Butters. I think it was Noisy Butters just smoked him.
1000%.
근데 예고자들한테는 언제 이제 플레이를 시켜줄 수 있냐 그게 궁금하다.
You see in the top right, it is alpha gameplay. The devs are watching this. There's going to be some adjustments. She's like,
AK-74U is 100% the meta?
The meta, 100%.
All right, okay, well, it's set in stone.
Why do I throw C4? Like, why am I even using it? I don't know.
It's the Warzone mindset.
C4, yeah. C4.
그렇게 워전이 제가 생각하기로도
Do you know how great that?
I tend to agree with you.
That's probably.
콜드워식으로 이렇게 업그레이드 시켜줄지.
Well,
no audio that
아니면
we
기존
touched
그대로
on.
I don't want to misquote it.
콜드
I know Jess went through a
업그레이드랑
lot of it.
무기만
You've heard the devs
추가할지
talk about it, but
맵도 추가될지 그건
yeah, the
진짜
3D
봐야겠네.
audio, talking about the directional sound and how. What is the? Dude, I gotta look this up. I have all the sheets in front of me. What was the thing where it like focuses more on what's happening near you, which sounded awesome? Where did I have that? Hold on. I have so many notes. Okay, hold up. The threat priority system. So the new threat priority audio system dynamically assigns priorities to various sounds during a firefight, ensuring the player hears all the sounds they need to be successful. I think that's awesome. Like, to just focus on like the key couple of things you really need to hear during a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like in the past of score streaks going off,
There's a lot.
you having to heal. It feels like this system is gonna try to. What do you need to hear? What is gonna help you most?
맵이 다 넓은 맵밖에 공개 안 하네.
Yeah, and audio obviously not an easy thing to nail, but it's cool to see the new tech coming into play.
얘는 좀 무섭긴 하네 근데.
From Treyarch for this particular title.
We kind of closing.
And all I keep thinking about is like what the Dune trailer came out today. Where's Battle of the Dunes now? I'm very excited for that film, Joe. I'm sorry.
It looked incredible. Not as incredible as this game, though.
That is true. That is true.
On board with Shane, London Royal Ravens coach.
넓은 맵 위주로 공개를
He is in a pretty intense lobby. It looks like this is a close game, 58-57 with a minute left. He's got the 74 out. But yeah, you can sort of see the slide mechanics.
Just spotted a squadron coming over it.
How quick it can sort of turn a corner.
Helicopters than playing the game, which is a
But
problem.
it seems like gone up a little bit slower maybe than last year, but.
Okay, and you hear sort of Jericho talking about the score streaks, right? Because they don't reset on death. You're playing with some of the best players in the world. They're going to get those guaranteed choppers. You need a player like Jericho to shoot them down. Maven, you did that well when we used to play pub. That was your go-to.
I find a lot of satisfaction out of destroying. Oh, you're frying the lobby. Well, I'm gonna fry your score streaks.
Dude, look at that! Look at the drop shot there.
I think I saw a skunk in Zoom.
Yeah. So this particular game's close. The other one looks to be a bit of a blowout.
오전 콜드 워페어를 오전 하시는 분들은
Yeah, it almost looks like the weapons are like as efficient as the rockets and ripping down the score streak. So
오전이 공짜란 말이에요. 모던 워페어 구매를 안 해도 플레이가 가능했단 말이에요.
That going to prone it on an ADS's you. And that's just sort of dev to dev, right? I mean, that's typically what Treyarch does. We saw that in Black Ops 4 as
콜드워나
well.
모던 워페어를 구매 안 해도 오전은 공짜니까.
And a lot of that is just due to the strength.
네, 자연스럽게 이제 오전을 유지하면서 총기랑 뭐
he just destroyed a chopper, and I heard another one getting called in there. So that was tough, but it is a 7-point loss for Drifter and company. The score streaks were raining on it, the tail end of it, but for those of you killed confirmed lovers, this looks like a very, very fun map for some of your core modes to bounce around on. Obviously, a lot of new things coming to this title, new maps, new modes, but the familiarity of the Call of Duty franchise is still there, and this looks to be a fun one.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Just a lot of close quarters combat. It feels like you're spawning and you're right into the action, right? Just right into it. You're gonna have to take your time. As yeah, these guys gonna just try and figure out what they want to use for the next map.
이게 새로운 그런 건데.
I like you kind of hearing this.
The wild cards. I actually wanted to see these.
Exactly. He's going through the various guns, also looking at different perks that he wants to check out.
I saw Ninja, and that makes me very excited.
오, 이거 뭐지?
Which one?
Ninja. I prefer.
You remind me of a ninja.
Ninja's pretty much.
I don't
이런
really
게 좀 차이점 있겠네.
I don't think so. But I saw that like you can
특전인데.
walk in That Is Dead Silent as well. So it looked like Ninja. It deals with it's quieter the more you sprint. So there's definitely you know you have to play around the audio system.
알바님 말대로 제가 봤을 때는
Your Call of Duty brand is just beautiful.
그대로일 것 같은데 오전 그래픽.
They've played the game already.
제
They're just
생각은.
telling me what to do.
It's attractive, Joe. That's all I'm going to tell you. But that'll do it for us on that particular map. We're going to get right over to Nameless.
That's all right, Joe. I read stuff as well, but that map looked absolutely amazing. I mean, you saw a lot of the players, while they spawned on the outskirts of the map, they ran straight to the center to get in those up-close gunfights. We saw 74Us, we saw MP5s, and also that Type 63 looked pretty nasty. We saw TP picking up some multi-kills with it. And what I want to highlight during these highlights is that the time to kill looks absolutely phenomenal. You see these players having sort of these longer gunfights, and the player who hits the better shot is going to win it. This Type 63 and the sniper, those were two of my favorite guns to see. But towards the middle of this game, a lot of the players decided to put away the sniper and pull out that submachine gun because it wasn't working that well. You can see Hutch back here. He picks up a kill here in a moment, and then he decides to, put that sniper away and pull out a sub. He was calling out Ricky for killing him over and over, saying Ricky's the guy who always gets me every single lobby that I'm in. Legion was having a lot of fun running that LMG. At first, I was like, what gun is that? It's killing so fast, and I realized it was the LMG, so people starting to try out that stoner gun. You get multi-kills with it, it has a big clip.
그런 것 같아요. 하나의 인터페이스로 이렇게 왔다리 갔다리 할 것 같은데.
Moving on, we saw Scumpman. This guy's just always a beast at every single Call of Duty. One of the best Call of Duty players of all time, and he's staying with that 74U. It seems to be the gun that he's most comfortable with, and he's been dominating both games that he's been in so far. MP5 as well. We saw a lot of our CDL pros continuing to use the MP5. It has really good hip fire, and also when you're up close, it's just going to rip through anybody. Something else there in this game was a lot of players were trying to drop shot. They were realizing that it's way different.
연결된 게 아니고 따로 보신 전 따로 보고 있거든요. 오른 어페어가 따로 있고 콜드워가 따로 있고 오전이 따로 있고 근데 연계만 되는 거죠.
Get right back up into position, ready to
제가
fight. Shane,
이야기로는
one of our
그런
coaches in the COD League, running the 74U. It seems like all the CDL pros, they're
아까도
loving the 74U
말씀드렸듯이
and they're getting right to
오른
the center
어페어나
of the map
콜드
and trying
없어도
to
오전
just get
플레이는
into square up
가능하거든요.
gunfights. While some of the other top streamers, they're trying out different weapons, like iron sight snipers, Type 63s, and LMGs. And we see this is actually a Type 63 that he had a scope on. And he had to pull out his RPG to take down this chopper. He realized it took like 2 RPGs and also some bullets, and he was getting pretty stressed. But yeah, that was Satellite. That was one of my favorite maps so far, but we got to get into some more gameplay. Let's check out some more maps and some more modes. Maven and Merc.
Oh, Nameless, you are phenomenal at what you do. Great breakdown as always, but yes, we're going to continue rolling on through. New maps, new modes, as we rock through this multiplayer global reveal for Cold War. So far, it has been awesome. We have a lot more to come over the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Is it time for Miami?
It is. We're playing some domination, and everybody, I want you to pay attention. We saw a little bit there in, Combat Arms. On Armada, but the zones are a little bit different. It's just not a flag. It's really about a little bit of a bigger area that you're going to be fighting over, and I like that a lot. So switching things up, but as you said, we're going to Miami. I cannot wait to see this map and mode and how it plays.
Joe, I've never been more excited for anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
I think good. Right?
Let's get into it, Joe. We're going to start off with Cesar Bueno, Skies, professional player for the Mutineers, as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the creative class and score streaks to see what he wants to lock on up. XM4 out. And yeah, you can see, I know we've seen a couple looks at it, but like the variety of attachments you're going to have for the different positions on the gun, the variety is going to be wild. He highlighted Ninja for a second. I want to see like what it went through exactly, but...
So what I saw and what I read is that it quiets you when you were sprinting and how fast you go.
Dampens the sound of it.
Right. Okay. So I believe that you can walk and crouch and you will be completely silent. But if you were sprinting, you will still have some noise, but it definitely quiets it.
Cool. Interesting.
Let me find out.
Yeah, he's going through everything.
Well, this is the best part when you play a new game, right? Just going through all the different features, all the different attachments, all the different perks, the weapons, checking it all out.
And again, this isn't going to be everything that we see throughout Cold War. This is not going to be the full release. There's going to be more perks. There's going to be more weapons, more attachments.
Looks like you'd be out of like a Bad Boys film. Like,
블랙옵스를 안 해봐가지고
well, yeah, that's where they do
파츠를 더 끼는 대신 능력을 빼고 그런 건가?
Yeah,
that's why you're the brains of this operation. You're the brains of this operation.
That is actually where they shoot those.
Okay, well, thanks for that, Joe.
Look at this, though. I'm fucking mad, bro.
It looks good.
Motion blur. Tell myself, motion blur.
As, Sky's loading on in. You're seeing the different parts. You have in the middle of the street. You got the bar area. You have the pool. Well, you got the ocean. In a way, it's 3 lanes, but there's a lot of different areas that you can go to. As well, again, coming in, and you see the different squads.
That looks so much
better. One side coming through towards the boat, the other one towards the street. And yeah, that was dope. Domination loading on up. And is Sky's going to go for the objective? Is anyone going to go for the objective because I talked about it? And the answer is no. Nobody captures C. What's going on here, man?
Listen,
They need you on the team.
On the objective. Dude, that is sometimes the most frustrating thing about PUBG, you know, when like you're fine, you're going off, you've got 50 kills, you see somebody on your team, they've got 3 and no time in the objective. Like, help me out a little bit, but you gotta play both. You gotta focus on it all. You gotta be like LeBron. You know, you're getting the assists, the rebounds, and the points. You're doing it all on the map, Joe. My Call of Duty playstyle is very similar to LeBron, now that I think about it, Joe. Thanks for that compliment.
You're one of the greatest players ever.
We'll see what Marksman could do is he's looking for the angles and you see the hip fire strong there.
I'm just saying, I mean, you guys are both around the same age and you have the same accolades.
That's true, yeah.
The slide has some fucking nutty movement in this game, bro. It's like, it is hard.
I'll tell you what, I keep thinking about that pool with how hot it's been in LA. It was like 110 the other day. That pool looks very comforting. He sure did.
Surprise! As again, you heard Marksman talk about a little bit of a nutty movement. I'm sure the devs will be paying attention. They'll get their feedback from all of these players.
뭐 이렇게 했었는데 이거는 따로 4칠
There's like a couple different skill gaps when you talk about a game
있고
like Call of Duty. Like, is there the gun skill part of it? Yes, and you know, being able to shoot and becoming a better player from that regard. But it's like once you get that down, the next step is really that movement, right? Like becoming more fluid on the map, finding mechanics in the game that you can get a little bit of edge over the competition. And yeah, no, the movement could be nuts, and that'll be something we'll keep an eye on. But over to Cat Connie, she's looking to hit the shots. There's a little bit of a snapper.
And a nice snipe right there. She's looking over the B zone right now, has the shotgun in the back pocket. Surprise! Later.
I would like to.
Kismet is Jericho. It's basically, it seems to be in almost the same spot, just on opposite ends. As he's going to go for this B zone, play a little bit of objective. You and Jericho would get along well.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But that you heard, I can't remember her name, but one of the lead map designers kind of saying like, I stay away from the middle, like the middle of the map. That is a sniper's haven. You kind of saw a bit of it there, but there are the alleyways that you can work the flank, different things that you can do on the map.
So you see in the top right, attack chopper called in by Priesta. He's doing his thing.
I only know this room.
맞아요. 좀 간결하게.
I think you heard his special sort of talk.
뭐든지 간결해.
I'm sure everything is going to be
슬라이딩도 엄청 간결해
a
보이고.
little bit better.
달리는 것도 엄청 간결해
I think
보이고.
Jericho's kind of talking about one of the more difficult things when you play a new map, right? Like figuring out all the different angles, mastering the map. Like where can people be L-triggering and holding me in? But it's Ricky with some quality beams from the top balcony, able to dip away with his life as well and look to ruin a couple players' lives as well.
And that's what one of the biggest thing was from last year. Load up on a map you didn't know. The mini-map wasn't there, right? You're like, where do I go?
Makes it a little bit easier.
Where do I go, right? And they bring back this traditional Black Ops mini-map. That definitely helps you out.
Well, now on to Hutchie's POV. He's trying to get up close and personal and here at that Dom point, but you can see, I mean, that's typical of a lot of Dom maps. Like B's a death trap. Like that is the hard thing where you have to work as a cohesive unit to try and get it in. If you're solo playing the objective on B, good luck because you've got a world.
And it looks like he has a smoke equipped. And one of the notes that we got was like the smokes were strong in this Call of Duty, maybe compared to some in the past.
what is happening here?
Priesta is in a gunship.
Smoke him! Light it up!
Chopper gunner.
Okay, well that guy got fried.
People are just getting smoked. You're getting beamed.
Kind of hard, actually.
It looks like he's still pretty healthy though.
Wait, how cool is that? That you can see the lights from the map bouncing off the minigun in the chopper.
Yeah, lighting has evolved over the last decade or so. That is absolutely for sure. But now you see a gorgeous look at kind of the entire map breakdown. But yeah, that's one like thing since this is a night map, right?
Light it up. It's Priesta, just start shooting it.
Is there like a night vision that he can swap to? I don't know.
Maybe everybody's got like Ghost or Cold-Blooded on. I don't know which perk it is in this game, but they're like, oh, we're not letting Priesta do that.
Hutch trying to hit the snipes. I think you saw the Type A21 out.
스나가 훨씬 중속도가 빨라 보이는데 모던 오페어보다.
Hutch's face. He
너무
is
빠른 거
locked
아니야?
in.
세팅은 그렇게 해서 그런 건가?
Just a gamer.
All right,
하프 타임이야.
Oh, it's not close, Joe. Unfortunately.
그렇겠죠?
It's not close. He's got 900. He's playing with Nick. He's got got
분석이
Mud
너무
Dog on his
빠른데?
team. He's got Courage. He's got a solid squad.
Mud Dog's bringing him down, Joe.
Pulling up Scump stream, dude. This guy's cracked.
Yeah.
He's 21-2. Yeah, no, he has been dominating lobbies, and you would expect that from one of the greatest players of all time.
근데 원래 뭐
But over to
그
Testament
블랙옵스
we go. We talked about his
이런
sniping prowess earlier, and
좀
he's going to
느낌이
have the sniper out.
모던 워페어가 좀
He's
많이 바뀐
looking
거지.
to line it up towards mid-map. But yeah, I think
원래
especially
이런
with it being a
느낌이어서
nighttime map,
블랙옵스가.
like learning the map, knowing the angles, going to be
제가 직접 플레이는 안
all
했지만
that more important. But
느낌은 좀
just
이랬던
aesthetically,
것 같아. 블랙옵스가.
it's a sexy map. It
게임
is.
플레이
I want to
봤을
see
때
like the one side. They were
이전작들.
talking about when it had the developers on, like how you can kind of go underwater
Well,
on the one
I
side.
think it's right behind him.
It is,
Yeah.
but like it hasn't really seemed to be that much in play as of yet, at least with these
It looks
guys.
like Nick was in it. Well, no, that's not it. We love games. They're sort of playing around it, but it looks like you can go sort of towards A, towards C. You want to switch that
all
up.
right,
As
all right.
Testy brings out that LW3, the Tundra. I like that.
There are a few things more satisfying in any kind of FPS, but especially Call of Duty, with hitting snipes. Just hitting clean snipes. It feels good. We'll see what Hutch can do from the power position. Well, not going to matter from Priestess Chopper over to Scump Chopper, and Peep, this lobby is just getting milked. Just dominating them from the sky. Oh, kill after kill. We'll see him, Mud Dog. Doozy.
Later,
Courage. Everybody dropping.
Yeah, and he's saying, he's like, just so you guys know, this isn't a pub lobby. I'm playing some talented players, and I am smoking them.
This will be a nice YouTube video. Well, yeah, a lot of buildings. The night cover of night as well.
Ooh, if you can get them spawning towards that beach side, we'll see you later.
Mud Dog's already dropped to this thing twice.
They're probably holding the kill cam too. They're like, we're not letting Scump do this to us.
Yeah, I do believe they are losing full.
Oh, that's swag as well.
Yeah, it's been Swag, Courage, and Mud Dog have died like 2 or 3 times in a row.
They're on the beach. Because that's why he's a Call of Duty pro player.
Yeah, the beach is usually where you go to vacation. Not here. Nope.
Do I not have Ghost?
I think you heard. We got on board with Swag, and he's like, I can't hide from this guy.
Sometimes they're gonna be 6 and 17. Fucking.
네, 모던보다는 뭔가
That's
확실히 아까
it's actually
말했던
funny
대로
going over from Scump POV to the team that was getting destroyed. It was just like kind of quiet comms.
간결해 보여.
Like, hey guys, we're gonna be in a YouTube
모든
video.
모션들이 약간 좀 간결하게
100% they're in
Scump, hey,
YouTube.
destroyed Tim, Courage, Swag, 40 kills on
like
Miami.
Mount Rushmore with all of their heads on it.
Yeah. Just Scump and a chopper gunner.
Hell, Jesus. He's
Yes,
still
he
there.
is.
Yeah. That is accurate.
That is truly accurate.
No, but it's cool to see the variety of personalities just battling it out on all these different maps. So we've seen what Armada, Satellite, now we're in Miami.
Well, I mean, you look at Satellite, very much, you know, all outside, right? You come in here, you have
다들 그 걱정이에요.
fights at the bar, fights in the
모던
hotel, you have fights at the beach. There's just all these different environments that these players are going into.
We were at the Ultra facilities, one of the
이걸
professional teams in the
이어서
Call of Duty
블랙옵스가
League.
잘
It's
나올지
Benjamin
걱정이
Vance
많죠 사람들이.
on your screen now. Top player in his own right, and I think it's Vance maybe playing on Wisdom's account, but I believe it looks like it's Vance with controller in hand currently.
그런 딱 보시는 대로 이렇게 나올 것 같은데요.
When you get weak, you hear the heartbeat pick
스스로는
up. It sounds really cool.
핵은 FPS
What is
게임
this? A little artillery strike coming in from. Oh, did he call it in? Oh no, Vance!
Dude,
That is a mistake.
We've all been there.
We have.
The number of times I've done that in something like Domination, where I launch all my streaks, I'm like,
많이
oh, it's
그나마
halftime.
줄여줄지가
I just use
관건이긴
those for no
한데
reason whatsoever. I got a couple of kills, but my
어느
impact on the
게임이나
objective
핵을 어쩔 수
was
없어.
minimal. But now to the French sensation himself, Gotaga, one of the most popular gamers in the world.
이게
I think I've seen him
그
compete
블랙옵스
so many
1에서 2
different
사이
games, but
스토리가
his
나올
legend
거예요.
grew in Call of Duty, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's just.
미래까지는 안 갈 겁니다.
He can do it all. She's rocking that 74U. On board with Trimax now. He's got the Tundra out.
Okay, what is his camera setup? Because it looks like he's in the game. How
이분
do I do that?
Well, he's got a green screen, but he
하지?
is half of the screen.
Yeah, I want you to set that up for me.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but like, it looks like he's in the game.
Why did you just assume I had an expertise in green screens?
Joe, you wear glasses.
저도
You look
현대전
like you
좋아합니다.
to be very tech savvy and ready to set that up for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe.
그리고
I'm not going to do
콜로브
that for you
정도는
whatsoever.
Nameless, wouldn't you say he looks a bit like a
그렇게
scientist?
거리감 없는데.
Thank you.
Nameless looks like a cosplayer from Miami.
아, 저랑 수수프님은 완전 저랑 반대시네요.
I mean, he looks good, but
저는 하이퍼를 별로 제 취향이 아닙니다.
Oh, wait, they can't be. People can't be rage quitting in this.
there's no way. It looks like game's about to end. Jericho's team, they're going to get the victory.
There we go, Jericho.
Who had 6,300 damage?
I didn't see.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
베스트 플레이.
Who was dominating?
Could be Priesta. There's a good chance it's this guy.
And there, he highlighted a difference this time.
Look at him just
No doors.
mini Uzi.
Jericho was talking about the show. No doors in the game. You'll be hammering through doors.
And Marksman were three-shotting people. So yeah, no doors.
Everybody's
저도
learning.
미래전은
Rejoice.
싫습니다. 모던이 좋죠. 현대전이 제일
I want to see
좋고.
if I want to see the scoreboard was
아니면
too. If you had the
금미래까지는
6,300
괜찮아.
damage, I was just
예를 들어서
I was
이런 거.
curious who was
있잖아요.
absolutely
레인보우
frying the
식스
lobby.
시즈.
This is the part where I'm
약간
like trying to get
금밀이
my
아닌가?
brain to like slow down
약간
when they go
거기까지는
through and just
괜찮아.
appreciate all the different attachments that they have inside of this.
아니면 아예
Maybe you will have your time.
I know.
October
Like,
8th, maybe.
2차 세계대전을 하든가.
I don't know why I'm talking like that because I'm literally just gonna have you tell me what to put on my weapons. I'm gonna do what you do.
저랑 안 맞는 것
I'm gonna
같더라고요.
try everything though. It's the beta. We try out different things.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, one of our matchups has wrapped. It looks like we're gonna hop over to one that hasn't
하프를 몇 번
finished
하는
yet.
거야?
27 points away from victory.
3등분에서
One
하는
of
거야?
our squads is again. This is 6v6 domination on Miami.
와, 안 죽는다.
Tasty's put away the sniper for now, just trying to hit the shots with the
뭔가 근데
AK-34U.
이게 직접 플레이를 안 해봐서 그런지 몰라도
That hit.
모던
Let's go,
오페어보다는 좀
Sean J.
가벼운 느낌인데 많이 타격음이나
Looks like she was able to call on some score streaks. Nice 74U shots in, but who is that? The nice snipe shot from whoever's on
재밌게 할
Team
것
Envy.
같긴 해요.
Yeah, that's what I'm
근데
gonna say a lot when I play the game at first. What are you doing
얼마나
over there? 'Cause I
오랫동안
don't know
즐길
what
수 있느냐가 문제죠.
that's my
What are you
reaction.
doing over there? Maybe that's where I should be. Oh, it's Crim.
Oh, it's the Empire squad. We got Rambo Ray, the coach, Clayster, Crim 6, Crim, the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. There is no dispute. I don't want to hear any arguments, but yeah, that's gonna be tough to deal with. Is to represent the NB squad right
Yeah,
now.
Team Envy, also
모던
known
오페어를
as the
많이 비교를 할
Dallas
건데
Empire,
이거는.
our world champions. You got the coach in Rambo, one of the greatest players hanging out. Crim and Clay. Clay back-to-back world champion. They'll probably be rotating players in and out. But it looks like Crim's focusing on gameplay. Clay is talking to the chat.
What did he just? But what didn't both of these players?
뭐
And I know this is like
캠페인만 잘
separate. This is the
나와도
multiplayer reveal, but from an
성공도 할 수
esports
있으니까.
competitive side, they were like the first two players to crack $1 million
원래
in winnings, right?
콜업이 캠페인으로
That's
유명했잖아요.
pretty impressive. Hey, Bobby Pop, the
캠페인만 잘 나와도
Scarlord! We
아마
love
성공할
Bobby
것
Pop.
같은데 멀티는 그렇다 치더라도
Bob's got a great mustache.
He does. He does. He really does. It looks like he's rocking the 74U as well.
I miss his long hair though.
And this is what Bobby does. I don't know if he's an auctioneer or what.
Yeah, I can't do that.
대박까지는 아니더라도
He's probably on hour
얼마나
40 of
중박을 칠 것인가.
Yeah, he grinds.
I'm gonna chill in the pool the rest of the
Oh.
game.
Hey, cannonball, Bob! Cannonball!
Get in, Bob!
I'm gonna be chilling in the deep end, dude. I'm gonna.
물에 들어갔다가 물에 나갔다가
He's a big boy.
Get yourself a pina colada, hang out.
수영할까요? 그거 있다. 발자국 찍히는 거.
He's on vacation.
No vacations in
비슷하네
Miami.
그냥. 퍽은 특전은 그래 뭐 거의 비슷한 거 같은데.
Yeah, they are getting destroyed.
Yeah,
I didn't see
this is a bad one. This is a bad one.
끝났네.
so trying to
190대
turn
92로
this up.
끝났다.
He's trying to be positive about it.
Yeah.
Before this game is over.
Yeah, hit it, Bob, hit it.
Miami Luxury Hotel, ladies and gentlemen. That is my room in the penthouse suite, the northwestern corner. I will now be doing a countdown into the pool. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm just waiting for him to get shot.
Score this out of 10.
Oh, where did he jump off? Did he go up the diving board? That was amazing. Do it again, Bob.
Did he like crouch first?
Do it again.
Whoa!
That was less impressive. That was less
That wasn't as
impressive.
good. Try again, Bob. Do it. Oh, what are you doing, Bob?
Okay, but Bob, this is giving me a headache.
How's it work?
Oh, no. Wait, how did he do that last time?
Wait, how did I
It was so cool.
No, I don't know. It didn't look like he even did anything.
냉전 시대.
We're wondering the same thing,
재밌을 것
Bob.
같은데.
Well,
there's no neutrals. It's only just cap.
oh wait, they are 3 capping right now. There's an opportunity for a comeback. It is a slight one.
Not much.
Never mind.
No longer any.
Wait,
wait,
70
맞죠?
damage. Oh, hey, Lando.
근데 무기가 보면은 모던 어페어보다는 좀
We're going to swap over to another one of our
옛날
matchups
총들로
going on. Just a
싸우는 것
reminder,
같아요.
we have a ton of streamers involved in this. So if it
그러니까
ever seems
공개는 안
confusing,
되는데.
it's just we're stopping a lot of different POVs. Trying to stick with one game until it finishes, but want to give love to a lot of these guys that are participating, just hopping through all of the action. But
얘들은 홀로그램 이런 거 잘 안
and
쓰나?
we'll have
홀로그램이 없나?
some of the different streamers too, especially with some of the CDL teams. It's like 5 people swapping in and out.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to get their time on the game.
I saw the scoreboard and Bobby Pop was at the bottom, so my man was having a tough one. He didn't have the bumper. He's gonna be a vehicle expert. We'll just hop on board when we get to the snowmobiles.
No, I bet in Armada he was probably dominant, right?
Yeah,
Put
he
that guy in a
probably
boat, he's gonna fry. But
안녕하세요,
a different look, a new map.
4685님.
Hope you enjoyed Eyes On with Miami. I still don't know the physics in game behind how Bob managed to do the cannonball off of.
최번개님
How do you do that?
반갑습니다.
And then he couldn't replicate it. It was truly special.
최번개님.
That might have been the best moment we've had so far.
아 저는 블랙옵스 안 해봐가지고 무슨 맵들인지 몰라요.
Bob's still
이
trying to figure
기존의
out mouse
블랙옵스에
and
있던
keyboard because
맵들인가요?
he switched to that, so.
He's trying his hard, Bob. We love you, buddy. You're trying your hardest.
일단 나온 게
Unfortunately, the team got
해상전.
smoked, but you've got more chances. We continue on with the
그리고 또
multiplayer
사막에
reveal for
싸우는
Cold
거,
War. But
그리고
before we get to our next
마이애미에서
map,
싸우는
our
거
next
이렇게
mode,
세
we're going to
가지
toss it over to our good friend, Nameless.
트레일러에 나왔던 거
Yeah,
그대로
if that
다
wasn't
플레이
intended to be in the
보여줬죠.
game, that needs to be in the game. What Bob just did was absolutely spectacular, and Miami's a really interesting map, right? Like it's a nighttime setting, but there's still little vibrant areas like the pool and the neon lights that you saw. We saw literally every single weapon that's in this game displayed on this map. We saw snipers,
제가
shotguns,
블랙옵스
the
직접
Type
플레이는 안
823,
해봤지만
which is sort of that mini Uzi gun. We saw players like Scump and
블랙옵스랑
Priest are
거의
running it.
비슷해.
They were going off, like getting
그래픽만
10 to
엄청
12
좋아지고.
kills in a row, getting chopper gunners, and absolutely lighting up the map. I mean, we're seeing M4s still, but we're seeing players sort of decide on what's the gun is that's kind of OP right now. And it seems to be that Type 823. And now we're seeing Priest right here. He actually got the chopper gunner very early on in this game, but he was only able to pick up like 3 or 4 kills. He was like, man, it's so dark, I can't see anybody.
모든
And he was
것들을
just roaming around. He wasn't able to
표현하려고
pick
한
up
것
too
같아.
many. And he's like, there's so many buildings. But at least he can see the entire
그런 것
map
같아.
and call out for the rest of his squad.
모던
On this game in particular,
워페어
it's starting to get a
좀
little bit
호불호가
more
갈리겠다,
sweaty.
이거.
Players are starting to go for the big games. They were going for the YouTube
나오는
videos.
호불호가
And you can see
갈리겠는데?
Priest was frustrated that he couldn't pick up any more kills inside of this chopper gunner. I think it was later on, we also saw Scump with the chopper gunner go on a crazy spree. He was playing against like Nick
모던
Merckx and
워페어를
Tim
좀
and all those guys,
좋아하시는
absolutely lighting them up. We saw
분들이라면
some rage quits. Also right here, we're seeing the
조금
74U. A lot of
호불호
players
갈리겠어.
are still loving to run this, and every single player that we've seen using the 74U has had that laser on it. They love to hip fire with it. And right there we saw overkill with the sniper. This is that spree that I was talking to you guys about. See, he got the chopper gunner, but Scump was able to see literally everyone. You heard him commenting on it like, this isn't a normal pub. I'm playing against some good players, and they're getting destroyed. Right here he picks up
예고한
like,
사람들 엄청
I
많을
don't even
거란
know,
말이죠.
like 10, 12, 13 kills in a
그
row.
유지를 어떻게 하느냐가
And when we
문제지.
switched over to the opposite team, it was Tim, and he was like, I don't
유지를
know what to
어떻게
do,
하려고
man.
하는
We're
거야?
just getting smoked. Because when that chopper gunner's in the sky, you have to stay inside, and you can't
아까도
get to the domination
그
points. Another
어떤
thing to
분이 다
highlight is that
알려주셨는데
in Cold War, the domination zones are a lot bigger, so it's going to
스탠드는
provide for crazy fights inside of the domination point, and also contest.
중후반대고 얼티밋
Hopping on board
그거는
here with the
8만
Toronto Ultra Squad,
중반대,
we saw
8만 5천
them
원 정도 할
roaming
거예요.
around here with that 74U and the
두 가지가
MP5.
있어요.
A lot of these players on the CDL teams running submachine guns, overkill as well, pulling out
차이는
an AR. And right there to the
무기팩 하나
left
더
is
주고
that
8만
diving
원짜리가
board. We saw
배틀
Bob
패스
jump up here. He
주고.
counted it down.
끝.
He pointed out the spot that he was staying in the hotel.
찐팬들만
And then he just gets a super
얼티밋
jump.
해야지.
Like, what is that? He tried to
진짜
do it a
뭐
couple
옛날
times
막
after this, and he
콜오브
wasn't
때부터
able
쭉
to
해오던
achieve it.
분들이.
But man, that was a cool game. But we're going to get into some more gameplay here in a bit. I'm going to throw it back to Maven and Merc.
All right, thank you so much. And yeah, I think we're going to Moscow next. We're going to check out some TDM on that particular map as we continue to hop through some of the various locales we have in Cold War. Well, we've had the ocean, we've had the dunes, we've had the downtown life. Now we're going to be heading in kind of more urban feel into Moscow. 6v6 team deathmatch. TDM, obviously one of the more popular modes in the history of Call of Duty. One of the absolute staples as we get ready to rock.
It feels like it's the Cold War of Moscow in here right now. I am really cold on this set, but yeah, I cannot wait.
Do you want my jacket?
No, it's okay.
You're not getting it.
I appreciate that, but yeah, it is. Yeah, just love going to all the different environments, all the different locations. Vaughn was really talking about that. We're going to take you all over the world, so cannot wait to check out this map.
Yeah, no, the variety we've seen so far has been absolutely awesome. Once the players get loaded in, we'll hop into that. But Joe, if you had to pick one moment so far of the 3 games we watched, what has been your favorite moment? And you can't say the diving board.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the diving board. Obviously, Scump, in the chopper gun and doing what he does best. I really had a lot of fun with Armada because I thought Armada, what they really showed was the different environments and the way you could play that. You could stay on the boat. You could go with the vehicles. If you wanted to, you could be super deadly in the water. So that map just looked great, dude. The zip line looks so smooth. Just a lot of different elements that you can play around.
Yeah, just a variety of gameplay I'm excited to toy around with for sure when we get hands on it and we get to grind. But we're getting ready to get into the lobby with these famous streamers and personalities as they get ready to go 6v6 TDM. Noisy Butter's going to be kicking off. Looking through, looks like some of the shotguns and what variety you can find there. But I think one of the things I've been trying to keep an eye out for is I read kind of coming into this, and we're going to have, like, I guess when you're changing attachments, like percentages, so you can see how much is going to affect things like fire rate and recoil, which I haven't noticed yet as they're swapping through, but I just think that's awesome. I love to know, like, the exact impact something's going to happen. That
yeah, because in the past, it was just a bar.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, as I used to be a competitive player, a pro player, a lot of the times that bar didn't mean anything. It was like,
green, red, okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't, whatever it does. But yeah, actually knowing the percentage, what you're really getting into from gun to gun, it's going to be really cool to mess with.
Moscow. First look at it, at the global multi-reveal for Cold War. You'll see a lot of this going through settings. Like motion blur recommended. I know that's one of the first things that I will personally turn off. Like it looks a little bit cleaner.
What are we doing?
Yeah, everyone but one player, I think, pushed out the same side.
Yeah, I think when we got on board, she was talking about what do you love so far? It's really the colors and Treyarch, their color palette. I've always talked about it. It is just beautiful. But she runs into a shotgun, and a lot of these creators trying to answer questions, trying to play the game. It is tough to balance.
제가 알기로는 플스부터 열리는 걸로 알고 있거든요. 일단 제가 플스도 플스로 먼저 플레이
so what you wanted is in there.
I didn't know that wasn't in my notes. I didn't know there were actually sharks.
Why not?
Oh, I'm never playing that map. I am terrified of sharks. One time,
that's in the middle of the
no, one time when I was 13 years old, I went on a trip to Hawaii, and we were swimming in this one area, right? And then we got out of swimming from there, and we went up on this cliff, and we're looking down. The water was so clear, and we saw multiple sharks right where we were swimming. And I'm never going in in open water again.
Are you sure they weren't dolphins?
They were 100% sharks, and I was nearly eaten.
Are you 100%?
Yes, no, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it scarred me for life.
This map is cool.
All right.
I love the design of it. Like, I guess.
Trying to hear Jacob's
thoughts.
No,
one more.
He loves TDM. Now, he was talking about how much he loves TDM. Okay. So this is what map is a very fast gameplay. You can see from the size of it. It's got an urban feel to it for sure, but I want to see which building, because one of the things we were looking through is like a metro station, kind of like the central hub. And that's kind of the connector. Okay, so this is the metro station. So this is sort of going to be where the whole flow of the map sort of centralizes through.
Okay, you see the concussions coming in, just how it affects those players.
Alright, boys.
Trying to get to the adjustments. It's got a proximity mine as well. But yeah, I think it's like what you talked about, right? This just sort of, this is the place you want to be.
Yeah, it just seems like it has like a connector to basically every part of the map, just based on position.
Where's the content creator playlist?
Over to Zuma. The Italian stallion.
Who's that? Noah? I think Noah's getting smoked.
Yeah, might be.
그렇게 지금 제가 봐서도 기존
So I wonder how long it's taking these guys to like get used to look at the mini map again, right? Taking a look where are those red dots at? You need a suppressor if you want to stay off that mini map.
기대를 많이 할 거란 말이지.
Well, it's interesting too when you think about like maybe some higher level players. Like, I struggle to sometimes look at the map, but like when you were competing and you were playing a high level, I think you told me your eyes were like on the mini map like 90% of the time.
Game within a game. Yeah, I mean, you were about 70% of the time looking at the map. Where do you have to rotate? Where is the gunfire? Where do you have to set up? So that's definitely going to take some time. We're on board with Zuma, but I think we're getting Noah J's audio. Okay, so now we're switching to Legion.
At least I'm positive.
Oh, yes, you are losing.
Positively in love with a shotgun.
But Legion, you're a winner. You were born a winner. And it's time to get popping with the shotgun.
This shotty's out like quick fire, right? Doof, doof, doof.
I'm gonna need Zuma to take an emotional check out here when I push him next time for the clips.
For the clips?
I definitely feel like the second sniper though is better, at least for pull up.
So there's some feel upgrades as well. One of those looks to be the jammer.
All right, everyone's
looks like he was
tryhard
one
weapons,
bullet
so
away from taking down Espresso.
why not?
근데 뭐 엄청 특별해 보인다 이런 건 없네요. 근데
Deputy Headband,
also known as Enable.
Is he wearing a headband?
No.
That's just his hair now?
예름 안에 뭔가
You don't like it?
I mean, I don't have the luxury of hair, but if I had it, I wouldn't be doing that.
No?
What about your beard? What if we
리부트
did this
되면서
to
뭔가
your
바뀐
beard?
느낌이
It might look cool, but it looks
바뀌었다
like
이런
he
느낌
cut off like the
받았는데
edge of a mop and just put it on there.
You think it might just be
It looks like a wig.
cut? Like it's just he put a bull on his head and went
And
all the way
anyone
around.
thinking I'm being mean,
블랙옵스랑
Enable and I are boys, so I'm allowed
다른
to
게
say this
뭘까?
stuff, but Enable, we love you. Just gotta do something about that.
Trying to figure out how it felt to throw tax.
And to be fair, right
물론
now,
다르겠죠.
with
근데
the current situation globally,
갭 차이가
maybe he doesn't
크게
have the option of a haircut where he lives, so he's
당연히
been
이제
doing it by hand. Like,
최신작이니까
cuddle into that.
그래픽이 좋은 건 당연하고
Oh, I'm actually interested. Talking about melee.
모션도 당연히 어느 정도
Think about Black Ops
수정돼야
4,
되고
so like one bullet and a punch was a
알겠다는
bullet
거지.
right?
근데 그 이상의 무언가가 안 보이는데
Oh my goodness, who was that? Trimax. Ooh, the snap.
Well, no, I think we're on with Trimax. He's got caught by somebody. I don't know who he got caught by.
근데 이제 모던 오페어도
No,
제가 또
somebody hit him with the
질리도록
movement
일반
for
멀티를
sure.
했기 때문에 홀더로 넘어갈 거예요.
And I am not fluent in any
뭐
language
하다 보면
other
또
than English.
모던 오페어를 또
You told me you were
다시 할란가
fluent in
모르겠네.
French and German. You told me that.
And Russian.
I don't think you told me that one.
I travel a lot. Very cultured. Many languages. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, Joe. That's all I got. I can basically say...
You forgot everything.
I can say...
high school was about 30 years ago.
Where's
for
the
you.
library? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Okay, well, at least you got that going for
all
you
I
in
got.
case you ever need to find a library.
Yeah, well, yeah. You never know. In an emergency situation, you might need a library. But some quality beams into the window there from Typical Gamer. We saw it from somebody else's POV on like the first map or second map. He just incinerated somebody. As we continue to hop through the gamers again, we've got people from all over the world. All over the world competing in this, and we'll try to highlight that as we continue on through the day. But for those watching, we hope you're enjoying getting the first eyes on with Gotaga, though, as he is just melting through the competition inside of the metro station, but ultimately will drop.
And I think that's what Legion was sort of talking about, is like, we had a couple of maps where everybody was trying everything out, and now people want to win. People want to pull out the 74U.
Well, I mean, I get that way too. Like at the beginning of titles, like it's like I want to try everything, but then once you find one you're comfortable with, one gun that really clicks.
Is Hutch giving a pep talk to it? Does he have a missile turret? I don't know what that was, but that took down a UAV or a spy plane, and he was giving it a pep talk.
Okay. Okay.
Let me try.
Well, show us. Try your little bunny hop in.
Yeah, try to hit it.
거치는 한 번도 안 쓰네요. 한 번도 본 적 없네. 거치 쓰는 거.
Ooh, the back slide.
I like that.
그러니까 이제 블랙옵스 기존작이랑 크게 달라진 게 안 보여.
There's definitely some fluidity that all the players trying to figure out.
I like the little slide hop.
당연히 바뀌어야 될
Well, that's
것만
one thing that kind of
보이고.
threw me off between like Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare, because you used to be able to jump and slide backwards and you couldn't last year. And I'd try it sometimes. I just like crouch and be like, oh, forgot.
We got a war machine, which looks to be a score streak. So we have a war machine coming in from Cammy, and the war machine's gone. Okay, still has it. Maybe because he didn't shoot one, but Sky took his head off.
Oh yeah, no, his head got popped off like a plum. Oh well, the War Machine, that plum just exploded.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so he used one and it's gone now. So it is gone.
Okay, so he kept it because he hadn't used it yet.
It looks like this is a pretty close game, 64-63. So another map where it has like just a lot of different elements. You can play on the outside, you can play inside.
Well, this is Cammy, who, if you watch the Call of Duty League at all this year, he was one of the more prolific snipers, and you saw him.
Another War Machine. You're gonna need flak jacket with this thing.
Boom! 피하면 모든 표현들을.
And you can put it away. It's completely broken. Oh my god.
Oh, well, that guy's body is broken after that was a point-blank War Machine to the chest.
Yeah, Swaggy has figured out that he's like, yo, that War Machine is nuts. He's gonna roll with that.
Yeah, he just had like a 5.5 KD. That's pretty solid.
And Jack was like, that thing is busted. So.
Well, the power of the streaks now popping over to Midnight's POV.
Hey, Devin, we're undefeated.
Wait, we actually
we've literally
undefeated.
5점 차를 이겼다.
I definitely got the least amount of kills on the team, but still, yo, Wisdom again. We're playing the game.
Well, they are rolling. You hear just dubs from Midnight, but Joe, we're gonna fill a little bit of time in chat here. As I think we're gonna start to watch. We've had some of the European POVs, but we've been watching a lot of some of the American influencers and streamers. We're gonna be. Excuse me, hopping over to the European side of things and kind of showing how that's going to break down. But again, so many streamers from all over the world want to really highlight what they bring to the table and their gameplay. But what do you think of Moscow? I dig it.
It looked awesome. Like I said, like we saw where Cammy was sniping. You had really the terminal where a lot of the fights were going on. And I just love listening to all the players just figure out what they want to use. The War Machine looks awesome.
Yeah, that thing was hitting like a truck. And that's like the satisfaction, like, you heard Courage saying, like, it's powerful. Yeah, that's a score streak. It should be powerful. You should be wiping people off the map. And, yeah, from Swag's POV, that thing was absolutely dominating the competition. Got to see it from a couple of the different players. But before we continue on and check out some of the different POVs and maps, we're going to kick it over to Nameless.
Yeah, that was an awesome map. I don't know about you guys, but that map sort of is giving me nostalgia from Black Ops 2. Just the way the fights were happening there, 74 U's, and then just watch people pull out that War Machine. That thing was absolutely insane, and I'm sure we're going to have it for you guys to see once again here in the highlights. But yeah, that center map, the flow of it, you have to get inside and move through the train yard, right? So we see right here on the street, you have him running that AK-47, trying to pick up some kills with the AR. We haven't seen too many AK-47s, but now switching over to the 74U, Nick's going to pick up a massive two-piece here, and once again, we see the laser strapped on it so he can hip fire it. That was a big two-piece as they get control of the center area of the map. You heard Joe and Clint talking about it. You got to control the flow. You got to get in here because you get to any single part of the map from this area. Enabled Deputy Hadbad running that 74U as well. He's actually the first one I've seen not have the laser, but he was hitting some absolute beam shots here, as well as the MP5 coming back into action. We're seeing so much variety today, and I love to see the top streamers switching up their weapons, right? Like everybody's not just running one weapon. We're seeing snipers, we're seeing LMGs. We even saw some shotguns early on in this game. In Team Deathmatch, you can pretty much run any gun that you want and play yourself, right? It's just you trying to get those kills and help out the squad. Gataga, this guy's been playing Call of Duty for a very long time. The French monster, he's picking up some big kills. Moving on, you see Hutch. And one thing I love about Hutch's gameplay, he's always chilling by himself. When he looks around, you don't see any teammates in sight, and he's just trying to pick up those kills. He was running the M4, a fan favorite from Modern Warfare, now in Cold War, also still very good. And this is the War Machine. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This thing is beefy. You can put it away, pull it back out, and you can pick up a two-piece. It seems like nobody in these lobbies was running flak jackets, so they were all just getting destroyed by the War Machine. And moving on to Swag here. This is that crazy frenzy you saw him get with the War Machine. He picks up like 5 or 6 kills. And wow, Moscow is just a fast-paced, super fun urban map. I cannot wait to see more. But let's get into the next game, Maven and Merc.
Thank you, Nameless. Yes, let's continue on. Joe, I believe we're going to check out Hardpoint now. One of the fan favorites for the competitive side, which we work on to a high degree with the CDL. We're going to go back to Satellite, a map we saw a little bit earlier on today. Map was awesome, now with a different mode. We'll see how this one will play out. And should be a blast.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see some of our CDL pros sort of take this on, the way the spawns work. You heard Maddox talk about it from our devs. You know, that old school spawn system that we love. Rotation's important. One thing to note that he talked about, you're going to know 10 seconds ahead of that rotation where the next hill is going to go. So hopefully that helps your team rotate to the next one. We know how important that is.
Well, especially early in the title, right?
Yes.
When people are still trying to figure out the rotations, but just waiting on everyone to get into the lobby, and then we'll hop right into Satellite Hardpoint. But looking back to Moscow, I digged it. That just seemed like a kind of traditional Treyarch map. Like, looked like an absolute blast. You saw the different lines of sight that you could have, like long-range fights in the outer alleys. We saw the sniper coming into play, the mid-game or like mid-map havoc that you could have. We saw shotguns being used, SMGs. But now over to Ricky, you see him really messing with the MP5. And we saw there's a wild card where you can put up to, what, 8 attachments on it. And you can see how stacked he's trying to make this gun right now.
Yeah, I mean, just looking through those attachments, you had one that did 100 plus 150% to vehicle damage. So maybe if you really want to have a weapon to deal with those score streaks, you can. As it looks like he's just trying to load into a game as the, you know, the lobby's trying to get set up. But excited to see Satellite again. The way that map plays in an objective-based mode.
Well, it'll be a lot different than what we saw in Kill Confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah, like as much as Kill Confirmed has an objective, it's still very, I don't know, can be a little, well, can be a little set up. Yeah, like TDM exactly. Whereas there's a little bit more rhyme or rhythm to something like Hardpoint. We'll see, because this is obviously a show match in every sense of the word. Players just trying to, well, get content for their particular content channels and just enjoy the new game. As we're waiting on the official launch in the beta later in the year, we might be starting it off with Deputy Hadbat as we head to Angola, Central Africa, Satellite. It's Hardpoint, on with the Deputy.
Let's see what Enable can do. Going through his settings right now. He's got Muddell, he's got Kismet on his team. This looks like a pretty good Hardpoint squad. Is right away, that Hardpoint pops. Something that we saw this year was like a 10-second sort of cooldown before it sort of started. This time, you don't have that.
Okay, well, I'm dead.
Just get right into the mix.
Yeah, you just get right into it.
My team.
Scum's on the other team.
점령인가?
Yeah.
아니다. 본부?
Okay.
As you see the smokes coming out, we heard the smokes are strong. In Cold War.
There are just smokes everywhere as people are trying to get in and lock the point. Well, somebody already hit the flank early. It's the Scarf Lord, Bobby Poff, finding a little flank on through.
맵은 하여튼 엄청 넓네요, 근데 모던 오페어에 비해서.
Yeah, looks like Rocky XM4. Nice shots from Cat. And that's what I'm excited to see. You see the, the next Hardpoint, 10 seconds before this, the new one pops up. I want to see that, what that looks like.
성강탄 맞으면 방금 보셨어요?
Shane has that 74U still
못 쏘는
out.
것 같은데? 손을 번쩍 들면서.
And there we go. It looks like, yeah, with 10 seconds left, you see it on your minimap.
I know you highlighted the AK-74U. You love it. It's been a fan favorite for ages. Do you have like a, I don't know, favorite gun of what you've seen so far? Is that it?
74U or the 74? Because I feel like, or the 47, the AK-47. Because I feel like the AK-47, it gets lost in a lot of Call of Duty titles at times because usually it's known as that super heavy hitting, but what does that come along with? It's typically a lot of recoil. So I want to see how it performs in this title.
Well, with the sheer number of attachments you're going to be able to have, like, who knows? You might be able to really tweak that to more to your liking. Priesta's POV.
Ooh, the M16, the first one we've seen, the burst gun. I love burst guns.
Wait, that smoke is
oh, he gets one clean burst in, but I think he had 3-4 players he was trying to deal with it. But let's stick with his POV for a second if we can. UAV up, M16 in hand. I think this is like the first burst gun we've really seen in all the POVs we've checked out.
Yeah, there was a burst pistol. I think it was called the Diamatti that we saw. The burst pistol is always a really strong secondaries.
한 2-3년 안에 또 한 개 나오지 않을까요?
comes up. Elimination comes in, and it looks like he wants to edit this a little bit. He's talking a lot about the stock. It looks like he's going to go with the tactical stock. I don't know what it does, but he feels like it's important.
Just to highlight, though, still a cool feature in this particular title. The fact that you can do that on the fly, right? You can edit attachments inside of the game, really tweak and find that sweet spot you're looking for.
Ooh. What is this weapon that Legion is rocking? I like this scope as well, switching it up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was finding the long lines of sight. I mean, it's only got 20 bullets in the clip, but it seems like it's hitting very, very hard.
Uh-oh. No!
Oh, it looks like a semi-auto. At least it sounds that way. But he's going up against Sam. He's going up against Nick, Kismet. There are some stacked squadrons in this game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like randomized at first or if they were joining particular teams, but may the RNG gods be with you as some of these rosters come together. It's it's 98 fortunately for his squad. Has not necessarily been on the objective, but you live and you learn.
이 형 웃기던데 아까 게임은 안 하고
Everybody's
수영장에
getting really
뛰어들기만
excited
하던데
when they have Chump on their team.
Yeah.
킬할 줄 아시네. 개그만 하신 줄 알았어.
Yeah, that's been one common theme we've heard from like 3 different people now. Like, oh, we have the king on our squad. That feels good.
Come on, Cram. That's really Cram. I'm gonna talk some mad shit after this. So,
Cat with the sniper out in the dunes, out in the hills. Gives you a lot of cover. Can use that landscape to your advantage. And as well, Drifter hits a nice shot right there on the bob.
Dude, so yeah, some of those like bits of cover you can get are nutty, but the Testy with a little quick scope, but yeah, frustrated that the stun connects. And yeah, you'll be watching his sniping vids probably the entire year. Is this, yeah, just at first glance, like, it just looks like, yeah, like sniping's back. Like sniping looks really, really fun in this title.
It's really snappy, you know, like the aim down sight. Like we saw that last year a bit with marksman rifles, not as much really. I think at times with the AX-50 in Modern Warfare, but you know, as you said, with that wild card, you could sort of stack it.
No, it looks very, very snappy. And speaking of snappy, Testy snapping right now. 2 are going to drop. 3rd in front. He's going to get fried as well as hit after hit after hit.
And I'm actually curious. It doesn't look like it, but one thing Treyarch loves to do with snipers is they don't put aim assist on it, right? Compared to other Call of Duty titles that typically have it, Treyarch says no, and it does not look like you have that aim assist. So it's going to definitely take some adjustment with these snipes.
Certainly.
블리자드 홈페이지 가니까 10월 16일.
Well, he's hungry for the streaks, and you saw him get like 4 in a row there. Again, like the multiplayer stacks up as earning points. He's now on 5 in a row within this life, so he's getting closer and closer to accruing these streaks. But just one left in the snipe as he's trying to locate a target to hit the shot.
선택된 사람들만.
Nice movement there, up to a 6 streak, napalm strike, locked and loaded.
Yeah, I think he was talking about.
Torch him!
He was talking about a chopper in the air that he's trying to stay away from. Was that I thought that was going to be a collat. The napalm comes in as well. Testy is going off for us.
He hits the snipe. He burns to alive. The sub's on point as well as Testy is putting on a clinic on satellite. Finally, he's going to drop, but what a spree that was.
Yeah, he gets a little caught, and well, Swaggy's got the War Machine. He's got a chopper as well. His team's got a 40-point lead. So he's enjoying that. And yeah.
Oh, that player no longer has legs.
Okay, there you see the flak jacket.
Didn't matter, he is still dead.
I think that player might be, there might have been multiple on the point.
Could have been.
I can't see her. She's on the hill.
뭔데 이렇게 총이 희한한 소리 나냐?
Yeah, those hills are going to be nutty, man. Like, I feel like you can get the bits of cover you can get.
How am I dying there? Please tell me.
Oh, Jack. He must have been up late. He seems
불렀어.
Think so?
He did get back from a
he was probably really excited hanging out with us.
Well, he got a great vacation back from Napa yesterday. We did get to spend a little bit of time with Courage, but he's looking to fry today, and my God, swag.
This is the map for it, baby.
This is not Miami. It's a little bit easier to see.
This is the map for it.
This entire team just got shredded to bits by high caliber rounds from a chopper gunner.
Dude, this reminds me of like Black Ops 1, dude. Like firing range, just lighting it up.
Direct sequel. Oh my, yeah, that looked a little bit easier to line up than Miami.
I can't turn my shit.
And that was just a feast. Like a hungry hippo, just gobbling up the opposition. My God, they just keep going.
Is no one gonna shoot this thing?
They're just spawning in front of it and getting destroyed.
Thinking this might be a gameplay for Swag.
I think Swag's having fun. I don't know about the other team. Oh, there. Now
there
the
are
rockets
so
are coming
many
in.
rockets coming in now. You can see in the top left how much health his helicopter has.
Somebody shoot it!
So close to getting taken down. There we go, finally. He's up to 7,000 damage dealt already.
Very cool. All right, well, I think his streak just said 15 maybe as we left his POV.
Okay.
So, yeah, he got quite a few big kills through the chopper gunner.
Really like working with.
Okay.
but I'll show you guys what it looks like
The
at least.
다들 이제
5 rockets. This is more than 5. That was a couple.
보는 거 다 이제 피곤하신지
Oh yeah, it did seem like a lot of
주무시러
rockets to take that thing down.
가시거나
But here's that AK-47. I wanted to see it in
모든
play.
하시는 분들밖에
Well,
없네.
you
다른
can tell
스트리머들
it's there. It
보니까.
hits hard, but
I saw it play for a half second.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
You know, sometimes that happens. We call that the caster curse.
Yeah.
L'HP est là, il va là-bas. Ok. Bon, on va gagner tranquillou. Et après ça va se
Trying to decipher the gameplay strategy.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to see the 47 on SAG. The Type 821 here with T.
Yeah, I think Priest had this out earlier, and it kind of looks like a beam.
Well, I think he just got hit by a war machine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like a streak plus a combination of a shotgun. Means Teep was just blown to bits. Well, Teep, you got to focus on the objective more, buddy.
Yeah, Teep, this is not the TP show.
Yeah, no, in
이동만 하다
every
끝낸다.
single game you ever
내일
competed in,
진짜
Teep,
넓다니까.
your ass is in the hard point.
Yeah, get in there, buddy. It's
Guy
because you're
starts streaming and thinks he's a Slayer.
You're not there. You're not there for him.
Nah, you're
to
right.
go in first.
You're right. But look at Bob's face, dude. He's locked in massively. Bob cracks me up.
That's how you know. That's the Bob locked in face.
But we have seen probably like more highlight plays in this particular map. When you think about what Swag was able to do with the chopper, the snipes that Testy was hitting, yeah, there have been some absurd moments. As Enable, Deputy had bad.
대충 감은
A nose is going down the wire.
블랙옵스
20-point game
콜도가
with 50 seconds to go on the clock.
이런 감이다.
Yeah, that game clock.
왜 저래?
Me cago en la puta madre. Me voy a coger el sniper para matarlo.
I love the passion. I love the passion. There's that Diamante I was talking about.
I don't know if he's happy or mad. I'm not really sure.
I think maybe he was on a streak, like he was close to something.
Maybe. Oh.
So it looks like they can't even get the rockets off. That seems to be the problem. Yeah.
How long does this fucking thing last?
Yeah, this thing looks very strong.
Hey, you got
Let's
it.
go, Jericho.
You got it.
The biggest play of the game. Hey, the good thing, they're only down a few points, but the chopper gunners look good.
Yeah. They certainly do.
It's like a chopper made out of vibranium. I don't even know. Like,
아깝다.
What's
도대체 뭐에 뒤진 거야?
isn't that the thing in like Marvel? Isn't that what it's called?
I was thinking of like, I was thinking, what's it called with, is it Wolverine, like adamantium?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking adamantium.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, all right, you metal expert. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what it is.
Some mineral.
이번 판까지만 보고
Back to Scump's POV, you can see why
저도
several of the
슬슬 자러
content creators want to be
가야겠습니다.
on his
일단
team.
요거
as
끝나고
they are
뭐
up
어떻게
100 points.
진행하는지 보자.
Seth's
또
running it
다음
up,
판
baby.
보여준다는 건가?
Seth's running it up right now. He's having a great day.
That was a little 1600 train
Yeah.
for Scumpy.
Oh, choo-choo action.
Getting me some good production out of the attack chopper right now.
Okay. Good.
한 달 동안 이제 모던 오페어는
He's just trying to find something. Someone's going off.
뽑아야겠다.
Fearful is just taking someone down with the chopper gunner. So you got attack helicopters. You have chopper gunners in the air. Maven, I am going to need you to lock and load with rocket launchers.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm down. That could be my secondary at all times for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to max that thing out.
두 가지 다 깔기에는 용량이 안 될 것 같아.
He's got to watch this kill cam. Oh, marksman.
Yeah, you saw it. That's just one of the ones you take on the chin. Like, all right, yeah, nice shot.
반갑습니다. 어서 오세요.
This is the RPD rocking the LMG.
외국 스트리머들 알파 키 받아가지고 플레이하는 거 보고 있어요.
different weapons. This game almost over.
I just feel like I've liked like
그거를 프로배들이 중계를 해주고 있는
I don't know,
거를
the
내가 또
sound and feel of them just looks satisfying.
영상으로 또
Like there's just like a weightiness to
방송하는
kind of the gunfire. I love it.
I almost have my helicopter.
Noah is excited because he's almost there. And that's the thing, right? Obviously, the score streaks, they don't reset after death. But if you're having a tough game, you might not get one of the higher costly score streaks.
I saw some people kind of tweeting during this and saying like, yes, it's different now with keeping it through death, but like with the multiplayer, or multiplier, like you really need to have like some nice streaks because they're going to be hard to earn.
Yep.
But now War Machine out for Hutch as he's hitting people.
Dude,
just
you do
getting
not
blown
have
to
Black
smithereens.
Jacket on. It is one, and you're gone.
Oh, you got was the metal boomer applies perfectly to Hutch. Mistakes are made, but also takes out half the enemy team.
We've all done that. We've all done that. And I actually saw on the bottom of the screen I really like. It said the percentage of damage dealt that you do, right? So when you get that elimination.
I like that.
Right, so if he did 97%. Like that, you did a lot of the work.
Wow, what just popped up on his screen? There were like 62 lines of text. He did a lot of stuff there, apparently, with that kill. But Marksman was one of the nasty snipers we saw earlier in the game. We'll see if he can put on a show for us as we get to the tail end of this. Just 1.1 seconds remaining, so this is going to end any moment once there's a bit of contest or somebody stepping out of the hard point, but still go over the quick scopes.
Nah, Marksman, you don't. You had some nasty snipes. You just missed that little flick. It's okay. You do not suck.
He's rebounding just fine for the victory. Hits the shots. 57 eliminations for him. 237 to 192 victory as we hop over to Zuma, the Italian stallion for the moment, but just hopping through a lot of these players and some of their highlight moments. But that might have been the best map for just showing off some crazy plays so far.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm doing what I can. Like I'm playing against some pros sometimes, some really great players.
That would have been nasty if he hit that.
Man. It feels like everybody's getting comfortable, Maven.
Wow,
especially with these snipers.
That was Tommy.
16-30.
Yeah, that's all you can do sometimes.
Yeah, good game.
Put
No,
your
had
best
a really
foot
good
forward.
game.
Yeah, puts up a solid game there from Noah, but that was insane. We saw the snipes, we saw the War Machine hit, we saw the attack chopper. I feel like there was just a wide breadth of just crazy, insane plays there on satellite. We saw kill confirmed on it earlier. This time it's going to be the hard point mode. Some players focusing on the objective, some players focusing on lighting it up in the kill feed. But yeah, you can't argue. There's been a lot of variety so far and some shiny moments for sure.
And again, every single time we go to a map like satellite, you can see the different elements that you want to play around. If you don't want close quarters, you can go out into the dunes. You have that cover to play from. That's where you can use that sniper. If you want to get in everybody's face, you use the pathways, right, that we see from time to time. But it's just so cool to see all the unique elements.
And well, Nameless has been doing our breakdowns post-match. This one should be an easy and a fun one because there were plenty of highlight moments. Nameless, take it away, bud.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest games we've had so far, if not the craziest. I mean, we saw sniper sprees, we saw players picking up chopper gunners, and in that particular game, if you're listening to the in-game comms, every single player was trying to get their score streaks. We saw the War Machine come back out to play, and there's some trends that we're seeing here. Every time it's on Jericho, he's shooting down a chopper in the sky. If it's on Swag, we're seeing a War Machine, and if it's on Testy, we're going to be seeing some snipes. You see Shane here with the 74U early on, picking up some kills, and this was hardpoint, so a lot of our CDL pros and CDL pro coaches, they are going to be more well prepared for the hardpoint game mode. We saw the M16 for the first time today in one of our CDL pros' hands. Priesta, he was trying to pick up some kills, and right here I heard him, he was complaining about the smoke. He was like, I couldn't see anything. There's so much smoke, and in the Cold War, smokes are insane. They're a lot bigger, and you can use them to your advantage, and you see it coming out early to play here on Satellite Hardpoint. We're seeing this Type 63 once again pick up a ton of kills, and this was the spree that I was most excited to watch. Testy. He said it early on. He was like, I want to get some streaks, man. I need to go off. I need to pick up streaks. He misses one shot, and then he just goes on a crazy spree. He picks up like 3 snipes. He pulls out his 74U, picks up another kill, and it's just such a satisfying kill with that sniper, especially when you get a headshot. The sound in Cold War is absolutely amazing. The napalm strike comes out, picks up 2 kills, and right here, keep your eye on the sniper. It looks like he gets a collab, but he picks up 1, and then the napalm gets another 2. So this was just an exciting play out of Testy, and it was crazy because he called it right before it all happened. Hopping on board here with Swag, like I said, every single game this guy's going off. He has the War Machine, also has 2 streaks to his name, no big deal. They finally pulled out Flak Jacket, but he's still able to get those kills. And he's just been sticking with the M4, right? Like, he comes from Warzone, he loves the M4, going into Cold War, it's almost just as good. Chopper Gunner, lighting up Satellite. Now, this map is completely open, there's no buildings. So if you get a Chopper Gunner, you're pretty much gonna just fry everybody on the map. And you see Swag right here. He has no remorse for the other team. Yeah, that was incredible. That was one of the best games we've had so far. And if today couldn't get any better, we have a special announcement for you guys at home. Jess and Clint, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Nameless, as we gear up to dive into one of the other brand new modes coming up into Cold War multiplayer, VIP Escort. There are a few updates for everyone that we wanted to go over with you guys about free post-launch content and how Cold War is built for the PlayStation 5.
So Treyarch has committed to continuing to deliver a lot of content for free as part of Black Ops Cold War's post-launch seasons. Stuff like new maps, new modes, new base weapons, and more will be rolled out for free for players across the post-launch seasons of the game, just like Modern Warfare did last year.
This is awesome. So does that mean that just by playing, I can keep getting access to all sorts of new multiplayer content every few weeks or so?
Yeah, exactly. And from what I've been told, Treyarch's got solid plans for post-launch multiplayer content, and they're going to roll out a lot more detail on this before launch.
Jess, you've got the knowledge hookup.
I know
so a lot of people are also wondering how Black Ops Cold War will take advantage of the next-gen consoles, and specifically the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, right. And so new console years are always super exciting because devs can bring fans these awesome experiences in all their glory by using the power of these new consoles. Treyarch and crew are focused on taking advantage of 5 key features for Black Ops fans. First off is higher refresh rate. Cold War can take advantage of the PS5's ability to run at 120 hertz. So if you've got a display that's 120 hertz capable, as a player, that's going to translate into cut down input lag, which is going to give you a really smooth gameplay experience.
I like the sound of that, Jess, and I know resolution is always a big one for players too. Maxing out the 2 gives you this super clear, smooth image that creates an edge of multiplayer. The Treyarch crew is leveraging the additional memory that the PS5 provides so the team can build true 4K gameplay.
Yeah, and to make everything look that much better, the team are tapping into the ray tracing tech available for PS5. This is all about creating the most realistic lighting and effects. Treyarch is using ray tracing with their photogrammetry captured environments and characters, which is when you digitally scan an object in the real world and recreate it nearly perfectly in-game, and combines it with what's called a photometric lighting system. Basically, you end up with this absolutely beautiful HDR 4K experience on the PS5 with some of the most realistic-looking environments yet.
Yeah, that all sounds awesome, Jess, but sound and feel are also just as important in the multiplayer experience, especially in a game like COD.
Yeah, good call. And Cold War will take advantage of both 3D audio and haptic feedback. Cold War takes advantage of PS5 tech that allows them to create true 3D audio. This creates a sound image in front of, behind, below, and above you. In multiplayer, you're going to get the most advanced directional feedback from your environment. So weapons will sound differently based on the point of origin. Footstep direction and distance are going to be super clear. You guys get the picture. It's all designed to help you know where your enemies are within a 3D sound space. And to help translate all of that into literal feel, Cold War multiplayer uses every bit of the haptic feedback systems in the new DualSense controller. So the vibrations and the triggers are more advanced than they've ever been in terms of telling you exactly what's happening with the weapon in your hands or the vehicle you're driving when you play.
Damn, so this sounds like it's going to be wild on PS5. Thanks for the rundown, Jess. Now let's gear up for our first look at a brand new mode called VIP Escort.
Yes, I am so excited for VIP Escort. You know, like we've said earlier, it's a 6v6 VIP Escort. So this time we're going to be playing on Crossroads. It's a huge map, much bigger than what we've seen before. So that's really going to affect the way that our pros and our influencers are playing. And of course, depending on which side you are on, you are either trying to kill the VIP or rescue them. So, you know, that's enough hearing about it. I really want to see some more gameplay. Merc, Maven, take it away.
Jess just killed that.
She's crushing it.
Yeah, she's crushing it. The whole haptic feedback, 4K resolution, 3D audio.
It's a lot of big words.
I don't know what's going on, but it all sounds awesome. And we can't wait to get our hands on the game, but let's continue on with this awesome gameplay segment. It is the multiplayer reveal. If you're just joining us, we've seen a whole array of gameplay. You can check back through VODs to check it out, but I know most of you've been watching this the entire time, and I hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. but it's the new mode. It's VIP escort, and Joe, you should be familiar with this because you're very good. I'm not. You basically escort me around all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Protect me.
Right. We have to protect you. We get that challenge quite often, right? To take care of Maven, right? that is really important. And again, as Jess said, you're going to try to protect and extract your VIP, or you're going to try and take them down. It is an elimination-based game mode. It's 6v6. But what's interesting about this one is depending on the map, it is going to play differently. We're going to Crossroads. We haven't seen that yet, right? You're going to have vehicles that you can use. But if we switch maps, you know, we play this Miami maybe a little bit, it's going to play a lot different. And I think that's what's so exciting about this is, yes, it's a new mode, but it's also going to have different feels based on the map.
Well, let's get into Crossroads. This one, if you were watching the developer commentary early in the broadcast, they were talking about the snowmobiles, and she said like one of the more satisfying things is just nailing somebody with a snowmobile. I tend to agree. I want to smash people with a snowmobile too. So this should be very cool to see. This is again one that's going to be transport vehicles, snowmobiles all over the map. This is one of the larger maps. It's a very, very large map. And yeah, I don't know what to expect. I mean, this is the first time we've really seen Eyes On with VIP, but from an overall breakdown standpoint, it sounds fun. It should be a blast.
Yeah, it sounds a lot of fun. There's a lot of ways you can win the round. There's a lot of different ways that you could play this game. Again, also, score streaks are going to be for the VIP only. They're the only person that can earn some score streaks. They're going to get a spy plane. They have 2 smokes to protect themselves as well. So if you are that VIP, you're going to have a couple of different ways that you're going to want to play.
To the snowmobile, please. No! Why would you get the snowmobile? See, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Now look how slow you look, guys.
That looks awesome. It looks beautiful.
This is what we want.
go.
Zuma, it's time to smash. Find him, hunt him.
I mean, you did donate 200.
Hit him with the snowmobile. He's already out of it. I'm very sad. I was hoping he was going hunt. One person I know we can rely on to do that when we get to them later is Bobby Puff.
Yeah, he's going to try and nail some people. But again, elimination-based mode. This is going to be 1st to 4. And it sounds like an escort is already there. So the escort's there. Now they got to get him out. Oh, never mind. They already got him out. They got the round win. So again, we're hopping from game to game. But they didn't watch the point. That's basically what Sim's saying. So, thank you very much.
No, he seemed a little frustrated there, but over to Nick Merckx we go. As you mentioned, we're going to be hopping in between a lot of games.
Okay, so he's the VIP. Nick's the VIP. If we can watch Nick for a little bit. Now, looks like you can revive as well. As Bobby gets taken down.
Hey, Bob. Yep. I like that from Nick.
This isn't really a tactic.
No, yes it is. This is absolutely a tactic. This is called mind games. Now, do you want to do that with your teammates? More often than not, no.
Yeah.
But Bobby down, I mean, we're used to seeing that quite a bit.
No, he's still there. Oh, okay, got my elimination. Yeah, so the down mechanics are just like blackout, by the way.
Oh. Okay, I saw someone up there.
Interesting. So you kind of hear some comparisons to
protect me, Caesar.
Something like Blackout or Warzone, like a BR with the down mechanic.
Oh, he's trying to stay alive. This comes to VIP. You see the spy plane is able to help his team out.
But I don't die.
That's the confidence.
Oh, he's getting baited by the down player. The smoke comes out. He's going to push on through it.
You ready for it?
Yes, I'm ready for it. Yep, there's the smoke. And I think this is really what the dev team was talking about. The smoke team, where the smoke goes out. And there we go. He is out of there. The VIP extracted.
Gets the kill with the pistol.
He's like, peace, guys.
Comes in as well.
He's just leaving his team, too. Yeah. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm the important one. I'll see you guys later.
And somewhere Nick is still showing Bobby extra love. But more snowmobile plays. As they're pushing to get positioned by this central tower.
We win.
The shotgun hits. Oh, well, that's one way to end. So you've seen the extraction round win. There you've seen the other way of doing it. Smoking the VIP player. Another way to do it.
I don't know if that was the start of the round and that VIP didn't know what they were doing.
Might have been, Joe.
Yeah,
might have been.
They lost their team the round and maybe record history.
That was a very fast round, yes. Where'd he go, Hutchie?
Maybe Hutch, maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. Ooh, look at that. That is a deep rush.
Oh, they're getting knocked.
I die to that all the
so
time, man.
sorry.
Somebody's
I'm
sneaking
so
inside of a bush.
sorry.
Did he smush him?
It's all good.
I saw one.
Check the VIP.
Wait, chat, is there bull travel in this?
No. I'm so sorry, dude.
Repeat, VIP.
Our teammate threw
VIP 구경도
Probably the
못했네.
VIP apologizing. The
Yeah,
VIP
might
got
be.
taken down.
Might be.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
They tried to go for it. Look right here. He was trying to extract.
Oh.
Somebody made the play.
Just right through the smoke, gets the kill. Now
Wait,
Nagataga's POV. Well, he hits one shot, but his teammate drops the pistol strong enough to do it.
Wait, so
That'll be
they
the
just
round.
took the snowmobile
한쪽 팀이
and
엄청
just went forward.
개발리는구만.
Yes, snowmobile tactics are incredible, Joe.
I'm about it.
I actually rode a snowmobile once when I was younger.
Well, no, I was just cracking up because that said 6 alive versus 6 alive, and
Oh.
they just went for the
Not
VIP.
sure.
Hopefully they're not
Have you ever ridden a snowmobile? It's very fun.
No, I actually
When
haven't.
I grew up in Pennsylvania, I was snowmobile all over the place.
I don't believe you.
No, 100%. It's
Really?
Oh yeah, it was so fun. I was basically a snowmobile expert, so I'm probably gonna be good at it this game too.
I'm jet skied. I haven't snowmobiled.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Hola, Greg. ¿Ya sabes que hay monitores de 360 hercios?
Sí, brother, lo sé,
Please, I just need to see somebody catch a snowmobile to the face.
And that's what we all want. That's what everybody's trying to find.
시간이 많이 늦었다 지금.
But it's like it's tough because it's one of those vehicles where you're like, you know, you're wide open to gunfire, right? Like, there's not a lot of cover or anything.
VIP 어떻게 들고 가는?
It's there for the movement purely, but I'm hoping. Yes, you know what to do. Maybe you hear us somehow. Please
go for it. Uh-oh, Gotaga's knocked in. There you can see from the down player point of view. Yeah, it very much looks like Blackout. You can move. You can sort of use a third-person camera to help your team out. Hello, sir? Hey, please revive me. Okay, the revive's off, and that's actually a pretty quick revive.
Yeah, that was really fast.
와, 이거 뭐
Can he get out? Can he get out? Can he get out? Oh, it's a 6v1. He'll probably get out.
Yeah, I think more than likely that'll do it. I think that's going to actually seal the game for them. First of 4 rounds. I think that was their 4th on the board, so they're in the chopper. They're out of there. There is victory for Gotaga and company. And this is one of those modes, though, that I think it's going to take time to really showcase how awesome it is, just in the sense of, like, you really kind of need to learn to play this and strategies and teamwork, whereas TDM and Hardpoint Kill Confirmed, like, people have played for so long. Yes, 100%.
This is going to require a lot of teamwork.
No, this actually, like, I'm into this. This seems like this could be a whole lot of fun.
There's probably going to be some insane plays that you'll see out of the community with, like, the VIP being the last player alive with the pistol.
Yeah, it's almost like, it's not a great comparison, but yeah, almost like Blackout, like
이분들은
S&D had a baby or something kind of in a way.
시간이지.
the health bars.
Yeah, me too.
I like knowing.
But I love stuff like that. Like, you think about what has become one of our favorite modes, like Control. Control's sort of like Hardpoint, Dom, and Search had a kind of mixed together. Yeah. Like, sometimes you'll like combine some of the best features of modes, and all of a sudden this awesome mode comes out of it. This is great.
3D야?
Treyarch just incredibly creative. I'm looking forward to playing this one for sure.
I'm not into it. I just want to
Yeah,
play.
so you hear all the creators talk about it. Midnight's like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing yet, but Priesta with the XM4.
Well, it's just one of those, has a little bit of a learning
저도
curve.
이제 잠오네요, 여러분. 안 주무십니까, 여러분?
Now, this is one of the weapons I'm excited to see with this red
진짜
dot.
게임하는 것도 이거?
See how this looks.
Priesta with the beams.
Good luck, typical gamer.
This looks like one of the first lobbies we're sort of seeing where people are figuring it out, right? You get a couple of rounds in, how you want to play, that player trying to stay alive. And yeah, I kind of like the aspect where you're down and yeah, you need your team to be there. Ooh, the flank comes through.
Yeah, solo missions are going to be tough, that's for sure.
They extracted.
Lots of round loss.
또 새로
They still have
시작하나?
the 2-1 edge, but Priesta's squad
They
will drop.
extracted.
They extracted, bro.
Well, the first one was like we had what, a 4-0 stop. That one ended quickly, so you can see the pace of the game can be crazy.
I wish it was a win
well,
by
when it's a 4-0 and your
this
your
is
escort's
a
just getting
3-3.
caught out.
3-3.
This is a nail biter.
We got a round 7.
자,
Round
오랫동안
7
Oh,
for
look,
the
they are
W.
loading up on the snowmobiles.
Do I have a horn?
Yeah.
You sure do.
You know, that's the important questions, right? Do I have a horn?
And what sort of cosmetic horns am I able to get?
바로 세우자마자 죽는 것 같은데 저 여성분.
I like the sound of it.
No, that's like one thing that's really stood out to me. Maybe it's just because like with the current game we've been playing, like there's suppressors on like everything. Like,
Everything.
It's just nice to kind of hear the gunfire of the various guns again. It's like I didn't realize how much I missed it until I'm like hearing some of these guns
Sometimes
pop up.
I'll load up into a pub and I'm like, oh, after play Warzone for a while, right? You're like, that's what that sounds like again.
Now that's like the one thing I guess like the nerd in me or whatever you want to call it is like really looking forward to testing and playing. It's just like all the new tech around the audio stuff, dude. Like, especially like, if you got a nice headset, like that new 3D audio stuff should be awesome.
태우는 것 같은데.
Snipes coming in, Sim going big. It looks like they were able to win this game. So,
Come on, Priest.
oh, almost heard what he said. But Priest looks like he's the VIP. Try to stay alive. He's only got 8 bullets in the clip.
아직 안 끝났나?
Take it.
여러 명 보여주는가 보네.
Just trying to get out of there. Smoke down.
It's a 3v3 then. Just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it.
It's not covering that side.
It does not look closed on that
it's
side.
Not good
it
enough.
does not look good. It's not the best smoke. Just go for it.
Oh no!
Now he's getting hit.
I'm nervous. Who is watching over them?
It looks so stressful to be the VIP because there's just so little you can do with the pistol, right? And your teammates have got to make the play.
이제 잡은다 여러분.
He's
gonna attack. He's gonna attack. He's going on the offensive. On the offensive.
Well, there's only 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, they gotta go. Maybe try to switch sites. Okay, they had one out.
You gotta go now, though. 20 seconds to go. 2v2.
Run, Preston.
Can I even get there in time?
Strap on the Pumas
I don't
and
know.
get moving.
Can you get there? That's a great question. We haven't played this long enough.
Go! Does it pause the clock when he starts to distract? It
Yes.
does. Okay. So it pauses the clock.
Dun 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 dun.
Looks like the rotation pays
They
off.
got it.
Woo! Celebrating the clutch.
That was only the 3rd round. I thought that was
Yeah, no, the way he was reacting, I thought it was over. I thought they won the whole thing. That's okay.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're the VIP, you make those game-winning plays. You feel it. You're the hero.
Yeah.
Because you're streaming, you don't want to talk to me. Most duly noted. Holy fuck, what was that?
It's like half a granola bar in his mouth or whatever that is, just gassing up the squad.
Hit someone.
이분은 어디 분이실까?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm disappointed with. Like, there has not been enough aggression with vehicles thus far. I'm trying to see something crazy.
No, acaban de matar ahí. Solo digo que como me metan otro francazo me voy a rayar pero pecha. A Lucas Almada, bro. Cuidado.
팀 동료 살릴 수도 있어 이거.
Cuidado, lo matas fácil. Pum pum. Vale, bien. Remátalo, bro.
Yeah, all he's saying there, as I translate, is he's frying the lobby, Joe.
Yeah, it's his favorite weapon. He's loving this mode.
Yeah.
He needs some help. He's please help us. Please help me.
Dude, you crawl fast.
Yeah, you are really quick.
Dude, this guy, he is moving.
Or maybe it looks that way because you come so far zoomed out.
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
I can't call it.
You know how like there's the different FOV scales?
Yeah.
Moving quicker. Will somebody help him, please?
He's gonna bleed out. Oh, the penguin's coming.
Please! Oh, yes! Yes!
¿Qué están haciendo realmente? Es que no entiendo el modo de juego, es el problema. No sé, tienen que extraer algo. Voy a recargar un segundo.
No problem. They got this round. Clutch. They're clutching it.
Es que parece que está ahí al lado, pero está a 100 metros.
Yeah, it seems like smokes are just gonna be huge in this.
어서오세요 반갑습니다.
Parece que está aquí al lado.
슬슬 나도 이제 한동 요번 동영상 보고
I
자야겠다.
thought he threw a smoke, but maybe.
No, I think it was a stunt.
Oh, yeah, I thought he threw a smoke in first.
뭐더라 뭐든 다 플레이하는 거 보여줄 거거든요.
Can he get him?
They're all
Can he get him? 2 down, 3 down,
Oh, he's
1 more
going
there.
big! Push it! One more! Push it! Go for it! Win it! Go!
He knows it's so
이렇게
close. It's so close to a clip. No!
웃긴다 얘.
So close to making the round-winning play. Could his teammate clutch up though? No!
VIP 쉬었어.
Distraction was there.
He needed like one more bullet.
One more bullet.
난 VIP 올렸는데.
Siéntate en el sofá y ya está, bro.
Oh, from his POV one more time. Well, like 2 down, that one shot. So the guy that rechows, the guy, if he needed to get one more roll.
I wish he would have went like low right. I wish he went low right.
You are a mastermind of Call of Duty, Joe. You're in that position, you're clutching up.
There's no doubt in my mind. That is a W. I'm winning that round.
VIP 어디서 에스코드?
Oh, they're the VIP.
Yeah, so maybe his pal here said you choked that round. We're switching who's playing.
Oh, they don't know. They don't know why. They don't know why. It's because they're like trying to switch classes. He's like, why do I have a pistol here? A pistol life. What is going on right now?
빨리 안 끝나겠는 걸?
Don't die, because you will lose. Yeah. Nice shot. I kind of like that. I like the sound of that pistol too.
Yeah.
That's a smoke. Oh, that's not good. He's just hitting buttons at this point.
Yeah, I think you're accurate there, Joe.
100% just hitting buttons. And that's why this is a new mode.
Oh, they got the kill. I was like, where'd that guy go? The snowmobile's right there. You know what to do. It doesn't matter that you're the VIP.
Can you pick up weapons? No, you're the VIP. You're the VIP. But we're learning as he's learning. I was like, maybe you could pick up weapons that are down. You can't.
No, I figured you couldn't just because the fact that everyone we saw had a pistol. I figured you'd have the option to. Those are ambitious shots with the pistol, yeah. One with the bushes. The only problem with his current webcam setup is I don't know how much people are alive, but he's going for it.
It was like a 6v3, I think, last time we saw. Dude, you hear the bullets whizzing by you. 5 versus 2. 4 versus 2. No, there was a bullet whizzing by.
No, it didn't hit him though.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes you just gotta hold it, Joe. You just gotta believe.
I'll be honest with you. In most lobbies, I would say yes. In these lobbies today, I'd probably say no.
여러분 저는 졸린가 봐요. 졸린다. 휴.
Estás bug, totalmente en contacto con los designers. En contacto con
VIP를 실어야지.
I'm actually really looking forward to trying this. I feel like yeah, if you had like a good group, especially if you had a good group, like you know, you had your boys all on, everyone's in voice chat, communicating, talking through strats.
A 4-0 in 48 seconds or a really crazy game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, he got out though. He was the last one alive, and he clutched it.
Wait, weren't they in like a 5v2 or something?
Yeah, it came down to like a 1v2 . Oh, round 7, another one.
Final round.
Everybody sniping. Ooh, maybe that is your weapon right there, baby. That is your gun.
What is that? Because that's all I'm using.
Ooh, that's the Tundra. In the Tundra.
Wait, I wonder if this is when all of... Is this his teammate, or is that when all of his teammates dropped?
That's when they all died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One final round.
Esta es la Crick 6. Para mí es el mejor arma del juego, mata muchísimo.
Alright, so they're on offense?
Fusil de asalto automático.
Pero it says defend, does it say defend?
Yeah.
Okay.
N94 no llega, ¿no? Se parece mucho a la N94, es verdad, ¿eh? Sí, te lo juro.
No, yeah, they're on defense.
Yeah, I thought they were. I saw pop-ups say escort the VIP, so I thought for a second maybe. Again, I don't know any other languages. I'm trying my hardest.
Well, we got he's rocking the regular side. Krieg.
Me va a quedar en A porque siempre vienen aquí.
No idea, Joe.
Y vamos aprovechando y vamos a ganar la partida.
But I'm excited to see him use it.
Now I feel like we haven't seen this much. It has 40 bullets as well. I like the circular red dots as well.
The slide's actually interesting. It feels like you do get like a little boost of speed.
It's quick,
like a little speed boost. Yeah.
Exacto, soy Giorgio, bro.
Well, I like this angle. This is a crazy angle. But his team is getting smoked. But that might be the VIP. They won. They won. His whole team was dying.
Well, that was anticlimactic because he gets the angle.
Yeah,
he finds the VIP.
He's like,
he wins the round.
I love that. Yeah, clap it up. Clap it up.
The clutch is there. It just took the final kill onto the VIP, but. I agree.
Let's go. We're the best. We clutched up round 7. Thumbs up.
All right, so there was a look through several of the different kind of lobbies that we have going on for VIP. Hope you enjoyed the new mode. But yeah, it looks like a kind of a mix of like Blackout and Search and Destroy. And I know I'm not perfectly summarizing that, but it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of clutch moments. There's going to be those big plays. Can you save your VIP? Can you be the one to take them down? You have the spy playing the smokes. There's a lot of different ways that you can play that.
Imagine you're in like a 1v4 as the escort.
And you get a
clutch
snowmobile
up.
and you just run everybody over.
Well, that I would really like.
Yeah. We didn't see any of that.
No, I didn't see nearly enough deaths to snowmobiles, but there might be something wrong with me. But to break down what we did see, we'll get it back over to Nameless.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was our first look at VIP right there. That mode is honestly kind of like search and destroy, but it's simple. It's like protect the president. You got to get your VIP to the extraction point or eliminate all of your opponents. And if you're on defense, just don't let the VIP get to the extraction or eliminate all your opponents as well. So let's pull up some of our highlights. And in this first time of these streamers playing it, they were trying to figure it out, right? Like we saw players that were the VIP with the pistol picking up some good kills. But if you are that VIP, you shouldn't have to be getting those kills. Your teammates should be guiding you. These guys were trying to figure out as it was going on sort of the different strategies that you can take. If you're the VIP, you can hop straight onto a snowmobile, try to get to a good position on the map to get to the extraction point, or you can take your time while your teammates go out and try to distract on one side of the map. And we saw some pretty clutch plays on this one. We saw Priesta have a big clutch play. We saw Gotaga go big here and try to get to the extraction point. And even if there are players left on the other team, if they're across the map and you're at the other extraction, you can just get away if they don't kill you in time. We saw a lot of players also still running the M4 on this map, as it can be a little bit of a longer range map right now. And players, they do go down, so there's a little bit of that aspect from Warzone where a player goes down, they can get revived. We saw Nick Merckx teabagging his teammate early on. I think it was Bobby Poff. He was like, I'm not going to revive you here. And right now, we're on board with Priesta. He's one of our CDL pros. He was picking up a lot of kills with the pistol, surprisingly, because all these guys have automatic weapons. He went over towards B, and he knew that the last player was located at B, and he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go all the way to A. He gets there with like 3 seconds left, and when he starts to extract, that time stops, so he's able to get out and get away with his life and win the round. Right here, you see a huge play. He moves over towards A and picks up a triple kill with that Type 63. It is that semi-automatic AR where you can pick up a bunch of kills. He ends up getting knocked though by the last guy and takes a swing to the face where he ends up getting knocked out. You can see their reaction, Maven and Merc. These guys are cracking up. But we're going to get into more games here very shortly. And to these two beautiful gentlemen, Maven and Merc, take it away.
Man, he looks good in leather, but to continue on, we still have, I think we're going to check out some control, some VIP on various maps. We're getting back to, I think, what might become one of the fan favorites. We're going to Miami. This time it is going to be VIP. So we kind of watched this player sort of learn how to play that. We'll see if now they kind of figured out the basics, and we'll see those in action a little bit more on Miami.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different, right? You just came from Crossroads where you had a much different scale map than Miami is, right? The combat's going to be a little bit different, how you're taking those fights. And unfortunately for us, Maven, there's no snowmobiles.
I was literally going to say, what about snowmobiles on Miami?
Well, it'd be a jet ski.
그리고 느낌은 기존 블랙옵스 시리즈랑 느낌은 비슷한 것 같습니다.
Yeah. You're learning. You're smart. You're getting through it.
요즘에 맞게
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're going to continue on into Miami. Check out more VIP action. One of the new modes we're showing off. We're just waiting on the lobby to get going. Then we will roll into it. But while we wait for it to start, like, I guess sort of high level thoughts about like how can you see that mode maybe, I don't know, evolving with time.
Oh, well, I mean, as the defense, right, you're just sort of trying to hunt the VIP. Where is he? Where's the location? That's going to be so important. It's not going down without knowing where that player is. And then as the VIP, how good do those players get with the spy planes? How good do they get with the smoke grenades? There's going to be a lot of teamwork used to get that VIP escorted.
Absolutely, but to Noisy Butters POV we go.
I sound like an auctioneer.
Well, thanking the subs, thanking the followers, checking out the weapons as they get ready for the next map. What is that?
물에서도 물에 들어갈 수 있어. 물에다가 장전이 되고 숨 수 있는 것 같더라고요.
Plus 18% to sprint out speed.
Oh, I was just reading the thing at the top, Joe.
Let's just read the pros and the cons.
Yeah, so the percentages is what we were talking about earlier, and I actually didn't notice it because I think I was looking at the wrong spot. But the percentage, again, I think that's great. Like, just let me know exactly what it's tweaking, how much it's tweaking it.
알파키 받은 스트리머들만 지금 하고 있는 것 같고요.
I love your stream. I'm really glad I came across
총질은 조금 살짝 무덤을
펴보다
옛날
chat.
live streaming on YouTube because this was a
Oh, here we go.
Event, so
back to Miami. VIP escort.
I don't even know. What's my
Bobby's pool at the Blackwood Motel.
I'm excited to just see how this plays out on this map.
뭐
be a
그
little bit
정도로
different.
되겠네요.
Yeah, I mean,
오픈
it's just
베타는
completely different size and
10월
scale.
16일 날
What's been cool about
그
having
예고한
different
사람부터
ranks of modes is showing
어pon부터
off
참석할 수 있도록
the
한다네요.
differences between these, but
아직
VIP
사용은
will yes play very
제대로 공개
very
안
different here. I'm
됐고
lurking through the dark alley with ninja equipped, sneaky as a
일단
tiger.
기존에 있는 워존이나 모든 목표를 열심히 하도록
I would work
하겠습니다.
too. I don't think tigers are like super sneaky either. They just sort of kill.
여러분도 마저 플레이를 보고 싶다면
Yeah, they like hunt like shit. They
제가
like,
여기 트위치
they
보면
like
콜오브듀티
creep on up.
이 채널에
They
와서
creep on up,
봤거든요.
but here we go over to Hutchy Hutch. What's he rocking with right now? He's got a.
콜오브듀티
What is that thing? Is that
여기 채널로
an
오셔가지고
AK shotty? I want to see the AK.
카테고리는 벌써
And his
블랙옵스
teammates
콜도
are getting
카테고리가
smoked.
생겼으니까
Oh well, yeah.
It's a
Legion,
party.
Prestige,
It's a party over here, Hutch. That's what's going on over here.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the party.
And Legion is the bouncer. It says, "Get out of here."
Yeah, well, Ghost might help.
오늘
Just a
또
reminder, what the
같이
score streak's only going to be on.
신작 그 멀티플레이
Get him,
공략하는
someone.
걸 같이
Okay.
봐주셔서 감사하고
I was confused for a second. I thought that player was going to bleed out.
같이 소통하면서
Faut m'escorter là.
이 영어로 하지만 잘 못
Well,
알아듣지만
you
이제
can see
플레이를
already,
보면서
like
같이
a lot more fights are not happening like that mid street, right? Like people are in the back
재밌었고요.
alleys, like lurking behind trash bins.
I know how to play this game mode too, right?
Party just
Oh,
finished.
yeah.
Streets are just filled with vomit.
내일 새벽 1시쯤에
It's Miami, man.
모든
People get after
목표로
it.
찾아오도록 하겠습니다. 아니면
Ooh, Taga was making plays as the
다른 게임도
VIP,
여러
the
가지
French
게임 많이
monster.
해볼까요? 주로 FPS 게임
They
하고요.
want
That's what everyone's trying to do.
How
Like, get me
far
to
can
the,
I go?
Yeah, get me to the outskirts of the map.
He's way over here on A side. Like
게임도
they're
많이
literally on
합니다.
top of me.
Scump is on me, so go to B.
여러분 편한 밤 되시고 저는 이만 물러가도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 저는 이만 들어가볼게요.
Oh, Colette! Wait, that I thought he was going to hit both, just barely missed.
저 가볼게요.
Yeah, I thought maybe Colette. He hasn't
Hey,
hit
it's an
either of them.
alpha. There could be some
I
environment
think,
stuff.
No. That was just Symphony choking, unfortunately for him.
Gonna be in trouble.
He doesn't miss much, but when he does, it is painful.
I don't know how that didn't.
No, yeah, really.
No, not much at all.
Looks like it's on Marksman trying to clutch on up for his team. Was in a 1v4.